The male lead transmigrated into the body of the patriarch of the infamous Evil Sky Pavilion, known for his wickedness. He had raised 9 evil disciples who wreaked havoc everywhere, and now he's surrounded by the 10 great orthodox sects, facing chaos from both within and without. Like every other transmigrator, the male lead crossed over, but he's super unlucky because he's all alone in this. Not only is he surrounded, but even his disciples have bad intentions. Suddenly, a system appears. The male lead is shocked. Holy crap, there's a system too. Then, the system unlocks a bunch of new stuff. Let's see how the male lead beats back the 10 orthodox sects, and then teaches his evil disciples a lesson. Finally reaching the peak of his life. Introducing the characters. The male lead, Lu Xiao, was a senior manager at some company. Unluckily, he transmigrated into the most powerful evil overlord of Great Yan, also known as the Pavilion Master and the founder of the Evil Sky Pavilion, named Ji Tiandao. He also has 9 disciples with heinous crimes that shook the world. But now, Ji Tiandao is just an old devil with his lifespan running out. The 9 evil and rebellious disciples are: first disciple, Yu Zhenghai. Second disciple, Yu Shengrong. Third disciple, Duan Musheng. Fourth disciple, Ming Shiyin. Fifth disciple, Zhao Yu. Sixth disciple, Ye Tiangxin. Seventh disciple, Si Wuyai. Eighth disciple, Zhu Honggong. Ninth disciple, Zhao Yanhe. 10th disciple is still unknown. The story begins inside the Golden Court Mountain Pavilion. The senior brothers and sisters are angrily discussing. Third disciple Duan Musheng explodes in anger, shouting, "Those righteous sects are so despicable. To think they'd take advantage of us in such a difficult situation. I'm going down the mountain to kill them all." Fifth disciple Zhao Yu immediately tries to calm him down. Third senior brother, "Don't be rash, you can't fall for their schemes." Fourth disciple Ming Shiyin chimes in. Fifth senior sister is right. We can't panic now. Even if Master can't make a move, with the 4 of us here, those guys won't be able to do anything, Zhao Yu says with a worried expression. But the 10 great nascent soul experts of the orthodox sects have all arrived, while Master's body is... Zhao Yu was interrupted before she could finish. "Stop making noise. Can't you see Master's resting?" The old man Lu Zhu was resting with his eyes closed when he heard the intense argument. Lu Zhu slowly opened his eyes, a chaotic memory like 10,000 needles stabbing into his mind, turning into images that kept spinning inside Lu Zhao's mind. Where is this? What happened to him? Fragments of memories quickly appeared before his eyes. No way. I became the great devil patriarch, Ji Tiandao? Even though Lu Zhao was a senior manager in his previous life, with excellent mental fortitude, he was still deeply shocked by the scene before him. The pavilion on top of Golden Court Mountain, 4 evil disciples, and more than 10,000 cultivators from the righteous faction waiting at the foot of the mountain. His memories kept flashing back. A month ago, the top experts of the righteous faction in the world had set a trap to surround and kill the devil patriarch, Ji Tiandao, fighting against many, creating a stalemate. Now, the righteous experts have led their army to the foot of the mountain, preparing to attack Golden Court Mountain. Facing the greatest crisis ever, the memory keeps flashing back. Ji Tiandao has a total of 9 disciples in his life, each of them a great devil dominating one side, doing countless evil deeds, causing waves everywhere. First disciple Yu Zhenghai was just a crybaby when he became a disciple. After betraying the sect, he founded the Nether sect, famous throughout the world, looting and robbing, countless evil deeds, called the #1 demon sect of Great Yan. Second disciple Yu Shengrong was just a young man using a wooden sword when he ascended the mountain to become a disciple. Unexpectedly, after going down the mountain, he became a sword demon in just one morning, making people terrified at the mere mention of his name, challenging experts everywhere, massacring everyone if he didn't agree with them. Third disciple, fourth disciple, fifth disciple also often went out to cause trouble, but luckily didn't leave Golden Court Mountain. Sixth disciple, Ye Tiangxin, is the most trouble-averse, and also a very obedient female disciple, but she's a female devil, who swore to kill all the men of the orthodox faction in the world, cold and ruthless, nicknamed the Jade Maiden Shura. Seventh disciple, Si Wuyai, was originally an innocent boy, but after becoming accomplished, he became a petty person with hidden intentions, full of tricks, who used divisive tactics to cause people to fight and kill each other, causing suffering to the world. Eighth disciple, Zhu Honggong, was known as the Evil King after going down the mountain for 20 years. Ninth disciple Yan He is the last to join the sect, and also the most beloved disciple of the old devil, who still has a bit of conscience, so she always stayed on the mountain. Unfortunately, Ji Tiandao has lived for nearly 1,000 years, which is almost the extreme lifespan of a cultivator. As his age increased, Ji Tiandao's ability to manage his disciples declined, and his power of suppression was gone. 5 of the 9 disciples betrayed him, and his authority was greatly reduced. Lu Zhao didn't know whether to laugh or cry. He was about to stand up, when he sat down with a thud, almost falling on the ground. His body was empty and extremely weak, completely drained. He told himself, "I have to stay calm. Right now, I can only try to accept Ji Tiandao's memories and body." Suddenly, the third disciple, Duan Musheng, blurted out, "It looks like Master's awake." The fifth disciple, Zhao Yu, immediately asked, "Master, how do you feel?" The 4 disciples guarding outside the pavilion all entered, bowing their heads before Lu Zhu. Lu Zhu's eyes swept over the 4 of them, and he coughed once, but didn't speak. All he saw were demonic cultivators who had committed countless evil deeds. The betrayal of the other 5 disciples was a wake-up call for him. "Master, how are you?" The third disciple, Duan Musheng, asked worriedly. "I'm fine. The 4 disciples all looked relieved. The 4th disciple Ming Shiyin cupped his hands and said, "Master, there are many righteous path experts gathering at the foot of the mountain right now. I'm afraid it won't be long before they break through our barrier defenses." Lu Zhao tried to calm himself. Right now, all he could do was accept all of Ji Tiandao's memories and body. The 3rd disciple, Duan Musheng, added, "How about I go out and call senior brother back for support? Remembering our teacher-student relationship, he shouldn't be able to sit still and do nothing. He's already the sect leader of the Nether sect, with tens of thousands of people under his command now." Next, the 5th disciple, Zhao Yu, spoke up. "Then I'll go find 7th junior brother. He's full of schemes, and also owns the Crouching Dragon Valley's assassination network." The 9th disciple blurted out, "Master," before she could finish her sentence. "Shut up!" Lu Zhao's voice rang out, interrupting them. His tough mental fortitude was being pushed to its limit at this moment. He couldn't afford to panic. No matter what, he was still the master of these evil disciples, the one with authority in front of them. He especially couldn't reveal that his cultivation was completely gone. Otherwise, he'd just be a fish on a chopping block. When that happened, he wouldn't even need the righteous sects to make a move. These 4 disciples in front of him would take his fake life. The Golden Court Mountain's barrier is still strong enough to hold out for a while. "What are you panicking about?" Lu Zhao reprimanded his disciples. Lu Zhao sighed and shook his head. "Back then, even when I was besieged by the 10 great experts, I could only barely manage a draw. Do you think there's no one pulling strings behind the scenes in this matter? If you just think about it carefully, the eldest, Yu Zhenghai, understands his master the best, and the 7th, Si Wuyai, is good at scheming. These 2 must be involved. If it weren't for their fear of the Golden Court Mountain's defenses, wouldn't they have already attacked?" No, he absolutely couldn't reveal the secret of his dissipated cultivation. Otherwise, he'd become meat on a chopping block. When that happened, he wouldn't even have to wait for the righteous sects to kill him. These 4 disciples would take his fake life first, Lu Zhao preemptively said. "Do you think I don't know what you're thinking? You're just wishing I'd die sooner." The 4 disciples immediately knelt down, saying in unison, "We wouldn't dare! We wouldn't dare!" Lu Zhao's eyes swept over the 4 of them, and he snorted lightly before saying, "You're all divine court realm powerhouses. In just a few more years, you'll probably enter the nascent divinity realm, like your eldest senior brother. At that point, will this old man still be able to control you?" The 4 disciples knelt with their faces close to the ground, shouting in unison, "We wouldn't dare! A teacher for a day is a father for life. Even if we had 10 guts, we wouldn't dare betray master." Lu Zhao took a deep breath. Although he had prepared himself mentally, he still felt tense facing this situation. "Everyone, disperse. I have my own plans to deal with the enemy." "Yes." The 4 disciples obediently retreated outside. Lu Zhao sighed. "They're finally gone." What kind of plan to retreat the enemy did he have? He just wanted to be alone. Though Juju finally breathed a sigh of relief, and he realized his back was already soaked in cold sweat. "The more it's like this, the more I have to stay calm. Stay calm, my ass." These 4 wide-eyed wolves could pounce on him and eat him alive at any moment. And there were also tens of thousands of cultivators out there claiming to be righteous. Ji Tiandao, oh Ji Tiandao, what kind of sins did you commit to make this old man clean up this mess for you? It's bad enough that you did evil yourself, but you also raised so many vicious disciples. It's really impossible to live. What to do now? Trouble inside and out, and this body that sweats just from moving. No one's had a worse transmigration than me. Ding! Suddenly, the system notified him, considering that the target has completed the time-consuming task of 15 years, and completed the disciple training task 9/9. The merit system is officially opened. Huh? Lu Zhao's heart trembled. The golden finger has arrived. Only then did he understand why Ji Tiandao had worked so hard to raise 9 disciples. It was a pity for Ji Tiandao. All his hard work in life was ultimately given to someone else. That was tens of thousands of years wasted. System starting. A light blue screen appeared before Lu Zhao's eyes. Name, Ji Tiandao. Race, human. Cultivation, body tempering 9th stage. Key points, merit minus 100,000. Can be used to exchange for lifespan and draws. Remaining lifespan, 3 days. Items, none. Cultivation methods, none. Other functions, draws, shop, negative 100,000 points. Lu Zhao's eyes widened in shock. There's no mistake, right? Negative 100,000 merit points. Transmigrating into an old man, I can put up with that. But what's with making me pay his debts for him? And what's with the so-called remaining lifespan of only 3 days? None of this mess has anything to do with me. System is rechecking. Erroneous information has been corrected. Ji Tiandao changed to Lu Xiao. Initiating the initial main quest to repel the enemy. Complete the quest to reset merit points to 0, detecting that the host is too weak. Rewarding a beginner's pack. Open or not? Lu Xiao immediately chose to open it. The continuous notifications that appeared made Lu Xiao nod in satisfaction. This is more like it. It's understandable that the system is launching an initial quest. After all, Ji Tiandao did too many evil things in his life. At least this system is reasonable. It knows this old bag of bones doesn't have any cultivation, so it's giving me a newbie pack. Ding! Acquired 1 reversal card, which can obtain a portion of lifespan, Lu Zhuhao thought regretfully. It's a pity that all of Ji Tiandao's cultivation has evaporated. This body is already old, and my power has even fallen to the body tempering stage. Ding. Peak state card, quantity 3. Each use can grant the peak state of Ji Tiandao for 30 minutes. The peak state of Jitiandao is the peak state during Jitiandao's strongest period. Even when Jitiandao's cultivation and strength declined, he could still fight the 10 great experts to a draw, so at his peak, defeating them wouldn't be difficult. Ding. Fatal Blow block card. Quantity 5. Passively used, no activation required. Can block 5 fatal blows for the host. These items aren't bad. The reversal card can obtain a portion of lifespan. This is exactly what I need most. Without further thought, Lu Zhao took out the reversal card and used it. As soon as the thought moved, the life force of the surrounding plants seemed to be absorbed by him. Streams of energy surged towards him like a tempestuous storm, crashing into his body. At the same time, the 4 disciples who had just gone down the mountain for a while sensed the commotion on the mountaintop. Such strong energy! The 3rd disciple, Duanmu Sheng, exclaimed in fear, "I knew it. Master still has a lot of things he didn't teach us." Ever since the betrayal incident, Master always holds back a bit for himself when teaching us something. The 5th disciple, Zhao Yue, added, "But when I stood so close to Master just now, I clearly felt that there was no fluctuation of aura on Master's body. The entire cultivation world is saying that Master was injured." The 4th disciple, Ming Shiyin, also joined the discussion. "Hiding aura fluctuations isn't difficult. Don't let external appearances fool you." Looking at Maester's attitude just now, it seems that he still has everything under control. Little 9 is usually Maester's favorite. What else could have caused such a massive energy fluctuation? The other 3 looked towards the 9th disciple, Zhao Yanye. The 9th disciple, Yanye, replied, "How would I know? The old man is unfathomable." Just as the 4 were discussing, a voice suddenly came from the crowd of the righteous path standing outside the barrier of Golden Court Mountain. "The demonic cultivators of Golden Court Mountain, listen up, you're surrounded. Come out and accept your death," the voice echoed over Golden Court Mountain. The 4th disciple, Ming Shiyin, recognized it. It's Zhu Jifeng, the eldest disciple of the Heavenly Sword Sect. "I heard he just broke through to the Divine Court Realm not long ago. Just entered the Divine Court Realm. He's not even worthy to be junior sister Zhao Yanhe's opponent in a one-on-one fight. Too bad they outnumbered us," Ming Shiyin chimed in. "These guys aren't the scary part. It's those 10 great experts who are the real pain. Their power's all at the nascent soul tribulation stage." 3rd disciple, Duanmu Sheng, sighed. "We can't count on senior brother anymore. All we can do now is hope Master actually has some plan to repel the enemy." 4th disciple, Ming Shiyin, flashed a sly smile, dropping a super rebellious line. "If the 4 of us wanted to ditch, who could stop us?" Duanmu Sheng, Zhao Yue, and Yang Carrere were all stunned. Silence hung in the air for a long while. 3rd disciple, Duanmu Sheng, suddenly piped up, "Master hasn't even given me a weapon yet. How can I just leave?" 5th disciple, Zhao Yue, slightly parted her luscious red lips, giggling. "What's more important, your life or that broken weapon?" 9th disciple, Zhao Yanhe, gave her senior brothers and sisters a complicated look. Unable to hold back any longer, she blurted out, "Senior brothers and sisters, are you guys seriously not planning to fight alongside Master? Master painstakingly taught us his skills. How can you guys be like this?" Senior sister Zhao Yue raised her hand to stop her. "Little 9th sister, you joined late. You don't know much. I don't blame you." 4th disciple, Ming Xinyin, scoffed. "Master did teach us skills, but he also tormented us quite a bit. But that's also why we're all stronger now." Little junior sister is too naive. Just look at the infamous reputation of Golden Court Mountain. Look at the bad names we 9 great fiends have. If the head isn't upright, the followers will be corrupt. Like master, like disciple, Zhao Yanhe still firmly disagreed. No matter what, this isn't an excuse to betray our sect. At the same time, Lu Zhao was tinkering with the system. After using the reversal card, Lu Zhao felt a surge of vitality coursing through his body. Though it wasn't as vibrant as a young man's, it was enough for him to move around. After familiarizing himself with his new body, Lu Zhao sighed. Still feels a bit fake though. In his previous life, even with all the overtime and sleepless nights, he only felt like a 30-year-old man at most. Now, suddenly turning into an old geezer, he just couldn't get used to it. Good thing his lifespan recovered by 313 days. Lu Zhao noticed that in the store, he could exchange for all sorts of skills, weapons, experience cards, and even reversal cards. This meant he could become young again. 313 days was definitely not enough. He had to reverse back to his youth. This old and weak body was really getting on his nerves. Reversing lifespan was so awesome. Lu Juxiu seemed to see a bright future ahead. Too bad the rewarded items were a bit scarce. He still had to use his brain to solve the immediate crisis, Lu Zhao kept thinking. He pondered for a long time. Boom. A thunderous sound erupted. Golden Court Mountain trembled along with it. Lu Zhao frowned. Are the righteous cultivators about to break through the barrier? Boom. He raised his head to look at the invisible barrier. Golden Court Mountain truly lived up to its name as a blessed land. The restrictions here were incredibly strong. Thanks to the favorable location and timing, their power was amplified, making it difficult for even nascent soul realm cultivators to break through. 4 disciples rushed to him at lightning speed. Seeing Lu Zhao standing upright there, they were all shocked. Master! 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 Greetings! The last greeting came from little 9th Yanshare. Lu Zhao saw a smile blooming on her face. Zhao Yanshare chirped. Master, you look younger. Come here, yes. In Lu Zhao's mind, a scene flashed of Ji Tiandao doting on little Yanshare, who knew that old devil could be so gentle. He raised his aged hand and gently patted his 9th disciple's head. You're still the best one. 3rd disciple Duanmu Sheng standing beside him frowned. Master, they're breaking the barrier. This disciple requests to fight to the death. We must kill them until not a single piece of armor remains. Lu Zhao glanced into Duan Musheng's eyes. His gaze sent shivers down Duan Musheng's spine, and he nervously swallowed. He lowered his head, not daring to look directly at Lu Zhao any longer. Lu Zhao said calmly, I have a plan to repel the enemy. Follow me out to meet them in battle. Yes, Lu Zhao had recovered some vitality, so his movements were much smoother. The 4 disciples respectfully followed behind him, stepping out of Golden Court Mountain. Outside Golden Court Mountain, several thousand cultivators were divided into dozens of small groups. Some stood on flying swords, some on flying chariots, and some on the ground. Banners fluttered in the air. The Heavenly Sword sect, the Confucian Duanlin school, the Taoist Taiyi sect, all had come in full force. The cultivators roared. Everyone, work together. Golden Court Mountain will fall soon. The old devil ancestor of Golden Court Mountain must be heavily injured. Now he's just a turtle hiding in his shell, not daring to show his face. If it were before, how could Golden Court Mountain be in such a state? Exactly, he definitely doesn't dare to come out and fight. Keep attacking. The crowd continued to fly around in the sky and launched attacks. Listen up, you devils of Golden Court Mountain. You are surrounded. Come out and accept your death. The roar echoed between heaven and earth. The morale was high. This greatly boosted the morale of the righteous cultivators. Suddenly, Zhu Jifeng of the Heavenly Sword sect shouted, Careful, the old devil is coming out. While the cultivators were still launching waves of colorful palm strikes at the barrier, Lu Zhu led the way, with his 4 disciples closely following behind, slowly stepping forward. They didn't use any powerful divine abilities, but simply walked out. That white-haired old man is the famous devil ancestor Ji Tiandao, and also the master of the 9 great fiends that shook the world. Approaching the area near the barrier, Lu Zhao suddenly stopped. 4th disciple Ming Xiyin suddenly panicked. Why isn't he moving forward? Lu Zhao's face remained expressionless. He knew these evil-minded disciples would become suspicious. But it didn't matter. After repelling the enemy, they would be obedient again. Luo Changfeng, the sect leader of the Heavenly Sword sect, laughed. It's been a month, and the old devil ancestor seems younger. This mocking remark caused everyone to burst into laughter. Lu Zhao remained indifferent, replying coldly, Lu Changfeng, you've got some nerve. Luo Changfeng raised his voice. Don't pretend. You can fool your evil disciples, but you can't fool us. All your posturing is useless. Obediently surrender, and the righteous sects in the world will give you a clean death. Zhu Jifeng, standing nearby, also raised his voice. You 4 must be the remaining disciples of this old man, right? This old devil is heavily injured. It's not easy for him to pretend until now. I'll give you a chance to abandon evil and return to righteousness. Cooperate with us and kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Kill him. Thousands upon thousands of cultivators shouted in unison, the sound rolling and shaking the earth, sweeping across Golden Court Mountain. 4th disciple, Ming Xiyin, muttered listlessly. So noisy, it's killing me. Master, please allow me to duel. I can't bear the urge to flay that cocky little punk alive. 5th disciple, Zhao Yue, with her charming dimples, intentionally sneered. Zhu Jifeng, your flying sword isn't bad. If you can withstand 1 palm strike from me, I'll obediently accept death. How about it? Lu Zhu raised his hand and said, No need. You're supposed to be a reputable sect. Why would I give you a chance for a one-on-one? Ming Xinyin nodded. Master is right. Zhu Jifeng was furious. Suddenly, a voice barked from behind. Xifeng, fall back. From above, Luo Changfeng continued to shout. Who doesn't know the 9 evil disciples of Golden Court Mountain are all Divine Tribunal Realm experts or higher? Bullying a junior? Only devils like you would do such a thing. Today, the righteous join forces to eliminate you. It's just you devils reaping what you sow. Evil begets evil. Don't resist in vain. Lu Zhao said nothing. Only quietly watched them. After a moment, Lu Zhao finally responded. Whether it's righteous or evil, right or wrong, this old master knows how to judge. Even if my disciples do wrong, it's my responsibility to punish them. It's not your turn to wave your hands around. Luo Changfeng and the others laughed heartily. Old man, you're a comedian. If you ever actually punish them, pigs will fly. Yu Zhenghai's nether sect is seizing other sects everywhere. Do you care? Yu Shangrong blatantly led troops to plunder 20,000 valuables from Great Yan. Do you care? Let me ask you again. Was the Great Yan dynasty's betrothal gift for the Western region's princess, when it was robbed, an act of Yu Shangrong? Lu Zhao simply replied with one word, yes. Luo Changfeng continued to question. 30,000 cultivators had to be exposed in Rongbei. Was that a plot by Si Wuyai to sow discord? Also yes. Good that you admit it. Failure to teach properly is the teacher's fault. What do you have to say? In recent years, these evil disciples had indeed done many evil deeds. But the situation was at a stalemate, and he had to take a stance. Lu Zhao looked at Luo Changfeng and slowly responded with 7 words. So what? What can you do? Luo Changfeng shook his head. I can't believe you don't think your actions at Demon Heaven Pavilion have made both gods and men furious. Lu Zhao continued. Not of our race, certain to have a different heart. All the Western regions are foreign races. Rongbei is also a foreign race. You sympathize with foreign races and accuse your own people. You're the ones who deserve to be killed. Luo Changfeng was driven mad by Lu Zhao's words. You, old devil, if you have the guts, step out of the barrier. Pretending all the time is useless. The moment Luo Changfeng said that, Lu Zhao agreed. In that case, this old master will fight all 10 of you. The top 10 experts were first startled, then immediately burst into laughter. The 4 disciples behind Lu Zhao were extremely surprised. Ming Shiyin, hearing his master's words, thought to himself, "Master doesn't know how to speak cleverly. He'd just kill his opponents if he disagreed. Yet now he's lecturing these righteous sects? This is a rare sight in the world." Ming Shiyin glanced at his master. His master was standing in front of the barrier, his aura and attitude not too different from before, but he always felt something strange, which he couldn't put his finger on. Master's personality isn't like this. If he really had the ability to take on 10, why would he let them scold him with their reasoning? This can only indicate one thing. Ming Shiyin didn't have time to finalize his thoughts when Luo Chengfeng continued. Even Ji Tiandao couldn't defeat them in the battle a month ago, and he's injured now. How can he win? Old devil, I'll see how long you can pretend. Take my sword. At this moment, Ming Shiyin finalized his conclusion. Master is injured. At the same time, Lu Zhao replied to Luo Chengfeng, "Very well. Let this old master see your skills." Luo Chengfeng stood in the air, the sword on his body multiplying from 1 to hundreds, rotating in the air like an umbrella. This was the unique skill of the Heavenly Sword sect, Heavenly Sword Flash, instantly unleashing the power of 100 attacks. Even a peak nascent divinity tribulation realm expert wouldn't dare to face it head-on. The disciples of the Heavenly Sword sect were extremely excited. This is the sect leader's ultimate technique, Heavenly Sword Flash. This move can probe the depths. Even if he can block it, it won't change anything. This devil wants to die, so he can't blame others. Master, Zhao Yanhe said worriedly. The other 3 evil disciples weren't as nervous as Yanhe, but instead seemed eager to wait. 4th disciple, Ming Shiyin, said, "Don't worry, Master wouldn't suddenly go and seek death. Perhaps Master still has a trump card to use. It's good to let these people probe him." How could Zhao Yanhe not know the intentions of her senior brothers and sisters? She could guess it just by looking at their undisguised expressions. But Master was facing the strongest ultimate technique of the Heavenly Sword sect. Even a peak nascent divinity realm expert couldn't be sure of blocking this move. This was clearly Luo Chengfeng's trap. Lu Zhao was calm and composed. Very calm and composed. On the surface, he looked as steady as an old pro, but in his heart, he was panicking. He stared at his pile of item cards, including the peak state card and the fatal block card, while looking in 6 directions and listening in 8 directions. When necessary, he must use this peak state card. He had also noticed the deep suspicion of the 4 evil disciples. Ding, triggered a branch mission. Hearts are unpredictable. Exposed the true colors of evil disciples. Seeing the mission appear, Lu Zhao sighed inwardly. Whether in front or behind, there are enemies everywhere. Being a master like this is really frustrating. At this moment, Luo Chengfeng had completed the convergence of power for the Heavenly Sword Flash, and he shouted, "Die! Whoosh whoosh!" Swirls like sword tips rushed towards Lu Zhao, stirring up turbulent waves, causing tens of thousands of cultivators to squint, their vision obscured. Xiao Yanhe exclaimed in horror, "Master, dodge quickly." Ming Shiyin also widened his eyes, showing concern. Even if Master wasn't injured, forcefully resisting this move would be very difficult. Why must the old man do this? Zhao Yue shouted and unleashed a move to help Master block. "Old man, you're not allowed to die." Duan Wusheng instinctively contributed and shouted, "Old man, if you really die, those cultivation techniques and weapons will be buried with you." Seeing the 3 major moves rushing towards him at the same time, Lu Zhu was startled. Lu Zhu frowned. Evil disciples are truly evil disciples. Afraid that I'll die and take the treasures into the coffin, aren't you? Indeed, blood is thicker than water. Master, retreat. Duan Wusheng used all his strength to unleash a fierce wind, crowding the path of the sword tips, causing them to rush towards the barrier of Golden Court Mountain. Boom! However, the aftershock still made Lu Zhao feel uncomfortable. The barrier of Golden Court Mountain had cracks. I'm afraid it cannot hold on much longer. Lu Zhao sighed softly in his heart. The fatal block was still enough to use 5 times, which meant the attack just now didn't endanger his life. These evil disciples ruined my good deed. Tens of thousands of cultivators were even more confident of defeating the old devil. I knew this old devil was pretending. He ran fast just now. I saw it too. What a disgrace. I can't believe he, the old devil ancestor, has fallen to this state. Luo Chengfeng stood in the air, looking down and saying, "Is this your skill? It's truly an eye-opener for me." 5th disciple, Zhao Yu, sneered, "Luo Chengfeng, you really have no shame left. You expect our master to stand still and take your full-force attack? Do you take us for fools?" Luo Chengfeng continued, "Zhao Yu, I'm exchanging moves with your master. Your master didn't say anything, but you suddenly intervened. Haha, it seems the devil ancestor is not as good as before." Zhang Yuanshan of the Righteous Unity sect flew over and chimed in, "The dignified devil ancestor actually needs a few evil disciples to protect him. This is truly a rare thing in the world." Lu Zhao didn't give a damn about what they were saying. It was all just trash talk, a waste of time. He glanced at the peak trial card again. 3 cards, an hour and a half. In other words, once he used them, he had to win fast. His 4th disciple, Ming Shiyin, seeing his master's expression, said, "Master, don't waste words on these losers. You're a god. Just hold back those top 10 guys, and leave the rest of the crab soldier shrimp general riffraff to us 4. Wouldn't that be easier?" Lu Zhao frowned, and said in a deep voice, "Are you questioning my decisions?" Ming Shiyin immediately bowed, his hands clasped. "Disciple wouldn't dare." Lu Zhao's voice rose. "Duan Musheng, here." Right now, Lu Zhao totally understood the meaning of To destroy your enemy, first quell the internal strife. If he didn't punish these evil disciples, it'd be hard to do anything else. The peak trial card had a time limit. Once it was up, he'd be in danger again. How dare you? Who allowed you to interfere in my affairs? Duanmu Sheng's face immediately changed. He hurried forward and bowed, saying, Disciple was wrong. Disciple was only worried about master's safety. That old thief Luo Changfeng is trying to trick you. You can't fall for his trap. After a month of Jitiandao suffering and pretending, his disciples had long become suspicious. Lun Zhao was a transmigrator, not the real Jitiandao. No matter how hard he tried to imitate him, he couldn't become him completely. By this point, the evil disciples figured their master was planning to die. If he was going to die anyway, they didn't need to act anymore. Ming Xinyan didn't bother pretending to be scared like Duanmu Sheng. A sinister smile bloomed on his face. Master, there's no need for this. The act's gone on long enough. Third brother, stand up. Ming Xinyan's attitude had completely changed. The respectful look on Duanmu Sheng's face also vanished. He slowly stood up. Fifth disciple Zhao Yusi giggled. Master, give up. As long as you pass on the complete cultivation methods and weapons to us, today your disciple will do everything possible to help you escape. You'll always be our master. Xiao Yanhair's eyes widened. Senior brothers and sisters, you guys are on the wrong side. Luo Changfeng cackled madly, seeing the demonic disciples fighting amongst themselves. Ha ha! Truly heaven's karma. Those who can live, may live. But those who make their own karma cannot. The surrounding crowd buzzed. You taught these evil disciples. You should have been prepared for this. The 5 evil disciples who left before are a good example. I think we righteous sects don't even need to lift a finger. This old devil is destined for a bad end. Lu Zhao wasn't afraid of being mocked. To him, as long as he could resolve the immediate danger, nothing else mattered. Lu Zhao nodded, his gaze sweeping across the faces of his 3rd, 4th, and 5th disciples, finally landing on his 9th disciple, Yan Ger. What about you, Zhao Yanger? Xiao Yanhair stammered. Ma master, Lu Zhao calmly said. It's okay. If you have something to say, just say it. I've lived for so many years, what haven't I seen? When your senior brothers left Golden Court Mountain, they were way more carefree than you guys are now. Xiao Yan'er quickly knelt down. Master, disciple wouldn't dare. Ding! The system announced. Completed branch quest. Human hearts are unpredictable. Reward, Eye of Truth. Permanent effect. Lu Zhao was stunned. Above the heads of the evil disciples in front of him, notifications appeared. Yan'er, Divine Tribunal Realm. Loyalty 60%. Steadily increasing. Ming Shiyin. Divine Tribunal Realm. Loyalty 15%. Steadily decreasing. Duanmu Sheng. Divine Tribunal Realm. Loyalty 23%. Steadily decreasing. Zhao Yu. Divine Tribunal Realm. Loyalty 35%. Steadily decreasing. Reminder. When loyalty falls below 10%, they will become traitors to the sect. When loyalty is greater than 80%, they cannot betray. 90% loyalty is absolute loyalty. The steadily decreasing loyalty of those 3 evil disciples was within Lu Zhao's expectations, but Xiao Yancare's loyalty was increasing, which surprised Lu Zhao. Lu Zhao deliberately said, In that case, I don't need to pretend anymore. I am indeed injured. Old man Luo Changfeng couldn't believe his ears. Strange expressions appeared in the disciples' eyes. The people outside the barrier were like a pack of wild wolves, itching to tear this old devil to shreds. Lu Zhao noticed the loyalty of the 3 evil disciples immediately dropped 5 points, but his words took a turn. But that doesn't mean you're allowed to defy me. The 3 disciples were startled by this sentence. Lu Zhao crushed Ji Tiandao's peak trial card. Centered on Lu Zhao, a powerful aura exploded outwards. Ah, how is this possible? Duanmu Sheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yuhei flew backward, spitting out blood. The aura was too strong, distorting the faces of the cultivators. The powerful aura sent stones flying, knocking over even some expert cultivators. The group of Duanmu Sheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yuhei coughed up blood and immediately knelt down. Disciple was wrong. Disciple knows his mistakes. Disciple is guilty. Only Zhao Yanhair was staring at her master in astonishment. A little unbelievable. Her dantian and qi si, which had been dried up, were instantly overflowing. The feeling of being at peak cultivation so good. It was as if he held all the power. Those before him were just ants. A huge pillar of fire shot upwards, the powerful aura shattering the already crumbling barrier. The barrier of astral energy disappeared. Luo Changfeng gaped in shock, then panicked. His astral energy shattered the barrier. The 10 experts' eyes widened, their faces full of disbelief. Wasn't he injured? How could he release such a powerful aura? Countless cultivators stared in stunned silence at this scene. I definitely saw him scramble into the barrier. I've got a bad feeling about this. Don't even get me started. My legs are shaking like crazy. Those 3 disciples were scared stiff by the overwhelming aura. They froze for a second, then immediately dropped to their knees, yelling, Disciple was wrong. Disciple knows his mistake. Disciple is guilty. Lu Zhao took a deep breath, casually glancing at his 3 wicked disciples. Rebelling against your master deserves severe punishment. Lu Zhao's eyes flashed, and he subtly raised his arm, sending a massive wave of primal chi crashing toward the 3 evildoers like a landslide. 3 beams of light slammed into them, sending them flying, and they coughed up even more blood. They were completely defenseless. I'll deal with you properly when we get back. Lu Zhao ignored them and focused on the system panel. The system's time limit had a little more than 29 minutes left. Teaching those 3 wicked disciples a lesson was a blink and you'll miss it kind of thing. Didn't waste any time. What remained was that sea of tens of thousands of cultivators. And those 10 Grand Tribulation experts. Stomp. The ground caved in. Forming a pit with a diameter of more than 10 meters, Lu Xiao shot straight into the air. Let's see how much your skills have improved in the past month. 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body. A colossal phantom over 10 zang tall and 2 zang wide appeared in the sky, shrouded in golden light, with an 8-petal golden lotus spinning furiously below. Luo Changfeng retreated repeatedly, his face filled with shock. Block it! The other 9 experts also soared into the air, unleashing their own Dharma bodies. The 10 colossal phantoms merged into a wall in front of them. Led by Luo Changfeng, the 10 Dharma bodies constantly resisted the erosion of the 100 Tribulation Illumination. The horrified cultivators cried out, "Oh my god, he's going straight for the ultimate move." This is one of Jitiandao's strongest moves, called the 8-leaf 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body. The remaining cultivators quickly retreated behind the wall of Dharma bodies. Fall back. Get behind the Dharma bodies. Zhu Jifeng roared, "Don't panic. Whatever you do, don't panic. The 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body is powerful, but it consumes a terrifying amount of energy. Once we withstand this attack, he'll be finished." Even so, some of the weaker cultivators couldn't retreat in time, and were caught in Lu Xiao's suppression, coughing up blood and collapsing to the ground. Some were bleeding from all 7 orifices, KO'd on the spot. After activating the peak trial card, the entirety of Jitiandao's skills flashed through Lu Xiao's mind. The 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body was one of the strongest. Why go straight for the big guns? Because he was using the peak trial card. Once the time was up, this power would disappear, so he might as well use it all up without holding back. Lu Xiao asked, "Old codger Luo Changfeng, you like using swords? Then I'll use one too." Lu Xiao raised his right hand, and a white light appeared between his index and middle fingers, transforming into a dazzling longsword. Using the hand to create a sword, this is the ultimate realm of swordsmanship. The strongest move of the Tai Yi sword technique, Heavenly Defect. Duan Musheng instinctively looked up, his whole body trembling, because this Heavenly Defect technique was one of the strongest moves of the Heavenly One technique. The Heavenly One technique included both spear and sword techniques. Duan Musheng had always wanted to master all the sword techniques of the Heavenly One technique, but unfortunately, Jitiandao had always been slow to teach him. He never expected to see this final move in this situation. Ming Xinyin was also dumbfounded. Master can not only effortlessly cast the 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body, but he can also use Heavenly Defect without any fatigue. Zhao Yue was extremely curious. Is this another ultimate move? Duan Musheng, Ming Xinyin, and Zhao Yu finally realized. We were all wrong. The 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body and the colossal Heavenly Defect sword technique stunned everyone. Luo Changfeng's eyes widened as he ran, his lips trembling as he said, "Retreat, retreat." Under the effect of the Dharma Body, the power of Heavenly Defect has doubled. If we don't retreat now, we're definitely going to be seriously injured. This old thief isn't hurt at all. His strength is even greater than before, Luo Changfeng said unwillingly. How could this be? A month ago, they fought Jitiandao and didn't face such difficulties. They had been convinced that Jitiandao had been injured in that battle. Now it seemed they were wrong too. Lu Zhu's figure hovered in front of the 100 Tribulation Illumination Dharma Body. It was as if he had merged with his avatar. The heavenly severance silently shot forward, cleaving the void. Idiot! The 10 avatars simultaneously dissipated, and the 10 experts immediately retreated. The unlucky ones were, of course, the weak cultivators, standing behind the wall of avatars. The powerful sword light slashed straight down, its power spreading to the crowd, a sea of fire engulfing the space. Several unlucky bastards went to meet King Yama. Meanwhile, Luo Changfeng was hauling ass outward out of there. The 10 experts suddenly realized the seriousness of the situation. In the battle a month ago, the 100 Tribulation Hole Illumination Avatar took on 10 opponents at once, but afterwards, he couldn't cast any more powerful moves. But this time, the old devil was unleashing ultimate moves one after another, as if his life depended on it. What made them even more wary was that the old devil seemed so effortless even while casting his ultimate moves. Lu Xiao muttered, "Indeed, so effortless." Lu Xiao discovered an extremely interesting phenomenon. The peak experience card, the key was the word peak. Every time he used his body's energy, it would refill instantly, returning to its initial peak state, truly living up to the name of the peak experience card. This item is truly amazing. One Heavenly Severance sword strike killed hundreds of cultivators. Those shrimp and crab cultivators were scared shitless, scared to piss their pants. Even the 10 experts had to retreat, so how could anyone else have the courage to stay here and play pretend? Everyone immediately scattered. Everyone scatter and run. Staying here only leads to one road, and that is death. Lu Xiao decided to use them sparingly. After all, he only had 3 cards. Then he had to make the most of his time. Lu Xiao was all alone. He didn't have any avatar techniques. Killing small fries was pointless. He set his sights on the 10 experts in front of him. Wanna leave? Too bad. You're too slow. Lu Xiao's figure was as fast as lightning, leaving behind trails of afterimages in the air. The several evil disciples stared wide-eyed. Duan Musheng looked terrified and muttered, "It's Master's great divine ability, 1,000-mile tracking." Ming Shiyin thought to himself, the reason 1,000-mile tracking is a great divine ability is because when you use it, you can catch up to your target in a very short amount of time. Whether you're chasing enemies or running away, it's a perfect move. The only downside is that it consumes a lot of energy. Ming Xinyin was usually clever, but at this moment, even his eyelids were trembling in fear. "We're done for, third senior brother. Don't stand there blankly, let's run." Duan Musheng was frozen in place. How do we run? Master has used so many ultimate moves in a row, catching them completely off guard. They never expected he could unleash another great divine ability, Zhao Yue muttered. If they didn't run away, Zhao Yu sat there blankly, unable to figure it out. Why did Master clearly have such great strength, yet he hid it, allowing those people at the foot of the mountain to humiliate him for an entire month, and forgiving the senior brothers who betrayed the sect and left the mountain? Ninth disciple Zhao Yanhe hurriedly said, Senior brothers, senior sisters, please listen to my advice, stay here honestly. Master has great divine abilities, you can't escape. At this moment, a deep sense of despair arose in the hearts of the remaining three. The older the ginger, the spicier, so Master has always been acting to deceive us. Could it be that Master got bored of the old routine and wants to try something new? The three evil disciples made all sorts of guesses, unable to figure out the reason, and were startled by their own imaginations. The old guy, Luo Changfeng, with the speed of a flying arrow, quickly flew far away. Luo Changfeng rode the wind, occasionally turning his head to look around, using great divine abilities to escape. Although it consumed energy, he was finally safe. Just as he finished speaking, his eyes widened as if he had discovered something. In front of him, there was a figure floating in the air. Luo Changfeng. Lu Xiao spoke. I've been waiting for you for a long time. Why are you only arriving now? Oh well, Luo Changfeng sighed. That old devil is fast. As if reading his mind, Lu Xiao taunted. Where did your arrogance from before go? Luo Changfeng's eyes widened. Don't push people too far. Push you too far? What can you do about it? Luo Changfeng tried to suppress the fear in his heart. He secretly lamented. Why is this old geezer chasing after me instead of others? You've used 3 great divine abilities of the nascent soul realm. If you continue to expend energy, then you cold sweat drip down Luo Changfeng's back. Do you think 1,000-mile tracking is free, huh? 100 tribulation hole illumination avatar, 1,000-mile tracking. Why another ultimate move? Luo Changfeng only managed to say half of his words. In the blink of an eye, Lu Xiao rushed in front of him, and at the same time, the familiar 100 tribulation hole illumination avatar appeared behind him. Lu Xiao's voice came. All I know how to do is play ultimate moves. Luo Changfeng forgot to resist. He had already used his avatar. A golden lotus was a unique symbol of the 100 tribulation hole illumination. How many petals were opened depended on the cultivator's cultivation, and only Ji Tiandao had opened the 8-petaled golden lotus. The number of cultivators who could successfully cultivate the 100 tribulation hole illumination avatar in the cultivation world was limited. Being able to achieve the 8-leaf golden lotus meant standing at the peak. But that 8-petaled lotus had another petal slowly opening. The 8-leaf golden lotus was transforming into a 9-leaf golden lotus. When the 9th petal bloomed, the avatar would be qualified to ascend to the heavens. Luo Changfeng's 7-leaf 100 tribulation hole illumination was far from the 8-leaf. Furthermore, he used heavenly sword flash. Tai Yi and Tian Yi are more than just a little different. Right now, he's already running as far as he can, giving it his all. How can he possibly stop that old devil from spamming unlimited ultimate moves? If you want to mess around, go play in the chicken coop. No one can win against that. Luo Changfeng raised his hand and shouted. Stop! Luo Xiao coldly replied. Sorry, can't stop now. Luo Changfeng's scream echoed through the mountains. The 100 tribulation insight Ming avatar, like a majestic mountain, pressed down on Luo Changfeng's body. Bam! Heaven and earth shook. There was almost no resistance. As easy as crushing an ant, Lu Xiao glanced at the remaining 5 minutes and thought, no need for the others to chase. Gotta save time to deal with those wicked disciples. Luo Changfeng had already dissipated into the heavens and earth, not even leaving behind any scraps. Ding. Initial mission completed. Merit points reset to 0. Lu Xiao thought. Even if I chased, I'd just be killing a few more people. After the card's effect wears off, I'll be in deep trouble. The system continuously popped up notifications. Main quest triggered. Re-educating the wicked disciples. A teacher for a day. A father for life. Traitors to the sect are utterly immoral, and those with rebellious hearts are worse than pigs and dogs. Please re-educate your disciples and increase their loyalty. Mission 1. Increase the loyalty of the 9th disciple Zhao Yaner to 80% or higher. Mission 2. Punish the 3 wicked disciples and prevent them from continuing to do evil. Lu Zhu felt a bit salty. This system is trying to mess with me. Defeating tens of thousands of cultivators gets no reward? Not even a peak state card? Unbelievable. After this event, Lu Zhu realized how precious the peak state card was. This thing can reverse dire situations and must not be wasted carelessly. Lu Zhao activated the heavenly pursuit again and returned to Golden Court Mountain. The cultivators scattered like stray dogs, looking utterly pathetic. The 9 great experts split up into 9 different directions to run, maximizing their chances of survival. They weren't stupid fools. Seeing the 100 tribulation insight Ming avatar reappear in the distant horizon, the 9 great experts realized that something had happened to one of their companions. A while later, there was no more movement in the heavens and earth, and a sudden system notification sounded. Reminder 1. The peak state card is a precious item. Considering the host's weakness, it was given as a newbie gift. Please use it with caution. Reminder 2. Please strive to increase your strength. Reminder 3. The effect of the peak state card has ended. Lu Ziyu felt all the energy in his body vanish in an instant. This feeling of power was truly exhilarating. Who knows how long it would take to reach that state through his own cultivation. After all, tools are just tools. It's not his true strength. Without that card, anyone could beat him, except for maybe some normal guys. What could an old geezer with a sore throat do? Maybe pretend to fall in front of a car to scam some money. Seeing the 3 injured disciples trembling and Xiao Yanhe kneeling obediently at the entrance of Golden Court Mountain, Lu Zhao calmed his emotions. He had to appear stable and steady, not like those immature youngsters. Too naive. Experienced. Mature, huh? Lu Zhao thought of the word and put his hands behind his back, slowly walking forward. He didn't care whether he really looked like Ji Tiandao from before or not. At this point, there was no use in overthinking. Lu Zhao walked in front of the 4 disciples, who were so scared that their bodies trembled. His gaze swept from Duan Musheng to Ming Shiyin to Zhao Yu. Lu Zhao called out, Xiao Yaner. Xiao Yaner quickly replied, yes. Stand up, my disciple. Yes. Lu Zhao noticed that her loyalty had increased to 65%. Duan Musheng's current loyalty was 40%. Ming Shiyin's was 20%, and Zhao Yu's was 30%. Lu Zhao pondered. The loyalty of Duan Musheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yue had stopped decreasing and had even increased. The loyalty was still far from enough. Lu Zhao didn't say much, only said, this old man is tired, help me back. Xiao Yanyer smiled brightly and walked to Lu Zhao's side, acting extremely obedient. Like a servant girl, she helped Lu Juhao up the mountain, leaving the 3 of Duan Musheng looking at each other. Since their master didn't tell them to stand up, they naturally didn't dare to move. Plus, they were injured by their master's palm strike, so the 3 of them were in a miserable state. Duan Musheng sighed. 4th junior brother really screwed me over, Ming Xinyin replied. How can you blame me for this? I carefully analyzed the situation and concluded that master was injured. Zhao Yue also complained. That's your analysis? Your analysis is so accurate. If 4th senior brother hadn't changed his attitude, I wouldn't have imitated him and rebelled against master. Ming Xinyin tried to defend himself. Who knew things would turn out like this? I calculated everything, but I missed one thing. Missed what? Maybe, just maybe, master got bored of the same old routine and switched to new tricks. Duan Musheng and Zhao Yue's faces turned ashen. Zhao Yue whispered, should we run away now? Run? How? Didn't you see Master use Heavenly Pursuit just now? Ming Xinyin nodded slightly. Just now, Master seemed to have used the Avatar twice, and the Heavenly Decrees UQ once, to chase the 10 great experts, plus at least 1 Heavenly Pursuit. Junior sister's suggestion is worth considering. Consider my ass! If Master wanted to kill us, would he wait until now? No matter what 4th says, Duan Musheng wouldn't believe him anymore. Once bitten, twice shy. Master not attacking them meant they still had a chance of survival. If they really ran away, they would be no different from senior brother in Liangting. Lu Zhao slowly sat down, not feeling tired. After his cultivation recovered to body refinement 9th level, going up and down the mountain was no problem. Lu Zhao asked Xiao Yanjie, how long have you been on the mountain? Xiao Yanjie quickly replied. Reporting to Master, Yanjie has been following Master for 5 years. 5 years, and she has already reached the Divine Tribunal realm. This old Ji Tiandao only accepts freaks of nature as disciples. Lu Zhao guessed that before the system officially appeared, Ji Tiandao must have been provided with some tools to help him by the system. Which is why he is the way he is. Lu Zhao sighed and asked, have you realized your mistake? Xiao Yanhe immediately knelt down, muttering, Master, Yanhe knows her mistake. Yanhe shouldn't have believed senior brother. Master, please believe Yanhe. I am always very obedient and listen to you. Lu Zhao slowly said, I'm not talking about that. Xiao Yanhe was startled. Lu Zhao continued, at the end of last year you took it upon yourself to leave Golden Court Mountain to snatch the cultivation techniques of 2 major sects, didn't you? Lu Zhao searched his memories but couldn't find a motive for Yanxie to do so. Lu Zhao pressed, why did you do that? Zhao Yanhe was on the verge of tears. Disciple knows her mistake. 4th senior brother said that if you're not on the black roll, you're not worthy of being a disciple of Golden Court Mountain, so I went. Lu Zhao had no information about this thing, black roll. Zhao Yanhe repeatedly kowtowed, saying, this is a ranking of the cultivation world. Those whose names are on the list are cultivators who have done many evil deeds. The senior brothers and sisters are all in the top 30. Xiao Yanhe stuttered as she said this. Master, Lu Zhao urged impatiently. Speak quickly. Xiao Yanhe raised one finger. Master, you are number 1. Lu Zhao spat out all the tea in his mouth when he heard that. Seeing her master fall into contemplation, little Yankener didn't dare to continue speaking, and only secretly observed him. The atmosphere became tense, making little Yanker afraid to breathe loudly. Not knowing how much time had passed, Lu Zhao finally said, forget it. A child's misdeeds are the fault of the father, and a teacher's negligence is the fault of the teacher. It is my fault for not teaching you properly. Hearing this, little Yanner's eyes became complex, and she peeked at her master. Although she had only joined the sect for a very short time, far shorter than the other senior brothers and sisters, she also understood a little about the old man in front of her. What's wrong with master now? Lu Zhao also felt her suspicion. He said, Yanser, you are my most beloved disciple. From now on you must not do evil deeds again. Understand? Yes, I understand. Stand up. Yes. Little Yanner was overjoyed to be understood by her master. Hee master, you are the best. Yanner will massage your shoulders for you. Little Yanner ran behind Lu Zhao like a rabbit. Lu Zhao sighed in his heart. This old Ji Tiandao, although he taught 8 wicked disciples, luckily there is still one with a conscience who knows filial piety. If he hadn't transmigrated in time, this youngest disciple would probably have turned evil soon. One takes the color of the company one keeps. Even though Xiao Yan'er is a bit of a mischievous rascal, she's pure at heart and easily led astray. Lu Zhao took a sip of his tea, feeling relaxed as Xiao Yan'er massaged his shoulders. Massage my left side, brat. Right then, the system chimed. Ding! Mission complete. Yan'er's loyalty has reached 80%. Reward is 100 merit points. Lu Zhao sighed. System. Is there a suitable way to punish these evil disciples? Back in my previous life, I was a high-level executive, while I don't have Jin Tiandao's millennia of experience. I do know a thing or two about managing employees. Disciples are similar. The more you punish them, the more likely they are to rebel. At the end of the day, these evil disciples are so wicked because Jin Tiandao taught them that way. If there's anyone to hate, it should be Jin Tiandao. Now that Lu Zhao has replaced Jin Tiandao, he can't keep going down that road. The system remains silent. If it's not going to say anything, then I'll do as I see fit. Lu Zhao looked at Xiao Yan'er, confirmed her loyalty had reached 80%, and nodded in satisfaction, saying, Call those three here. Yes. Xiao Yan'er scurried down the mountain like a little monkey. Not long after, Duan Musheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yu, heads bowed low, ascended the mountain with fearful expressions. Xiao Yan'er stood to the side. Entering the Liang Pavilion, they all knelt down. Master, spare us. Master, forgive our sins. Please spare us. Their loyalty levels were 40%, 35%, and 42% respectively, still very low. At these loyalty levels, with just a slight shift, they'd be like grass on a wall, blowing whichever way the wind takes them. The Liang Pavilion was dead silent. Lu Zhu didn't speak, and they didn't dare to make a sound. Silence speaks louder than words. The quieter it was, the more uneasy they felt, their spines tingling with cold dread. A moment passed, and Lu Zhu still hadn't spoken, occasionally sighing, occasionally shaking his head. Finally, the fifth disciple, Zhao Yu, couldn't take the eerie atmosphere anymore, and prostrated herself on the ground, crying as she said, Master, it was just a moment of folly on my part. Since entering the mountain gate, I've never thought of betraying you. I beg you to understand. With someone taking the lead, Duan Musheng and Ming Shiyin also spoke up, begging for forgiveness. Master, I've been a disciple for 100 years. Even if I haven't made any great contributions, I've still put in the effort. I beg you to consider that I've followed you for a century and spare my life. Master, I've been a disciple for 60 years. And in those 60 years, I've never disobeyed you. I was blinded by greed and made such a huge mistake. I beg you to spare my life. Lu Zhao's gaze swept over them. The palm strike he delivered earlier had left them in considerable pain, making it difficult even to stand up. Xiao Yan'er was incredibly thoughtful. She ran over to support Lu Zhao, and only after Lu Zhao stood steady did she step aside. Lu Zhao stood, with his hands clasped behind his back, not looking at them but walking to the edge of the Lijiang Pavilion, gazing at the distant mountains. The mist drifted lazily in the air, and without a protective barrier, Golden Court Mountain had an added touch of mystery. Old Third, Duan Musheng trembled, his head lowered even further. What's your ranking on the black roll? This, I'm ranked 18th. And Old Fourth, I'm not as good as senior brother, I'm ranked 25th. Zhao Yu, not waiting for her master to speak, replied, I was fortunate enough to be ranked 28th. Lu Zhao gritted his teeth. Fortunate. At this moment, Lu Zhao's voice became serious. So you're my good disciples. Since when has being on the black roll become something to boast about? You've completely disgraced me. Ming Shiyin, Duan Musheng, and Zhao Yue trembled in their hearts, and the three of them said in unison, We know we were wrong. Having just delivered 2 lines of reprimand, Lu Zhao suddenly remembered Xiao Yan'er's words. Wasn't he at the top of the black roll himself? He disgraced himself? Screw who's embarrassed first, might as well keep going, Lu Zhao calmly said. If you know you're wrong, then you must correct yourselves. Xiao Yan'er was confused by this. The 3 remaining disciples were puzzled. Correct ourselves? How? The 3 of them exchanged glances. They thought they were following their master's path. All their styles of action were learned from their master, weren't they? Lu Zhao enunciated each word clearly. From now on, you are not to continue committing evil deeds. Can you do it? The 3 were stunned. They looked at their master with disbelief, but they still replied in unison. We respectfully obey your command. The Liang Pavilion fell silent once more. Not knowing how long had passed, Lu Zhao looked at the distant scenery and sighed, saying, The biggest mistake of my life was teaching you how to cultivate, but not how to be good people. It was my fault that I raised such unfilial and rebellious disciples like you, not to mention their behavior in the cultivation world. Just the fact that they disobeyed their master and had thoughts of betrayal was already the height of unfilial behavior. None of the 4 dared to speak. Who would dare to say their master was wrong? Duan Musheng, Ming Shiyin. Present! The 2 of them replied at the same time. Lu Zhao calmly assigned them a task. Today, the barrier of Golden Court Mountain has been broken. I'm punishing you to restore the barrier. You are not to leave Golden Court Mountain 1 step. When you have completed the restoration, I will forgive you. Confinement was no different from restricting their freedom. Repairing the barrier was not something that could be completed overnight. It would take 10 or 8 years, if not 5. This kind of punishment was considered reasonable, compared to killing them. The 2 were overjoyed. We respectfully obey your command. Lu Zhao stroked his beard, and then turned his gaze toward his 5th disciple, Zhao Yu, and called out, Zhao Yu, present. Your third and fourth senior brothers must stay on the mountain, so I'm punishing you to go down the mountain to atone for your sins. Do you have any objections? Atoning for sins. The fifth disciple, Zhao Yu, prostrated herself on the ground and said softly, I respectfully obey your command. I don't dare to have any objections. It's just that. Lu Zhu gritted his teeth. Zhao Yu quickly said, I don't know how to atone for my sins. Lu Zhao shook his head. These evil disciples had followed Ji Tiandao for years and had their moral compass completely destroyed by the old devil, completely losing their ability to judge right from wrong. Lu Zhao didn't immediately speak, but turned around and walked past them. There were no fluctuations of energy coming from Lu Zhao's body, but it still made the three evil disciples tremble. Lu Zhao asked indifferently, Yan'er, tell me, what is good and what is evil? Xiao Yan'er was startled and then replied, helping people is good, harming people is evil. This was also a theory she had just come up with, but she didn't know if it was correct. Hearing her answer, Lu Zhao shook his head. Old third, you tell me. Duan Musheng lowered his head and said, doing good deeds and accumulating virtue is good, killing, arson, and robbery are evil? Lu Zhao shook his head again. Old fourth, the fourth disciple, Ming Shiyin, replied, being loyal to the country and the people is good, colluding with the enemy is evil. Lu Zhao still shook his head. Their answers were too convoluted, and that wasn't the answer he wanted to hear. The master kept shaking his head, and the expressions of the four were filled with doubt. Lu Zhao clasped his hands and said, living a life doesn't necessarily mean doing good deeds to accumulate virtue, or being loyal to the country and the people. There's no need to please others, just don't be ashamed of your conscience. The four raised their heads, their eyes complex as they looked at their master. They suddenly felt that their master was very different from before. A month ago, their master would have said to kill anyone who displeased you, but today, he was saying words that left others astonished. Zhao Yue immediately spoke up proactively. I have a clear conscience. Disciple understands. Disciple will definitely kill all those who insulted master. Zhao Yue said, gritting her teeth. What a waste of effort. Lu Zhao was caught between laughter and tears. All right, you stay on the mountain with your senior brothers to be punished. Lu Zhao Yue was startled and said, disciple obeys. After all, these three evil disciples have followed Ji Tiandao for too long. Their bodies, minds, and values are deeply ingrained, and they can't be changed by just a few words from him. They're ready to kill at the slightest provocation. It would be dangerous to let her go down the mountain. At present, Lu Zhao's cultivation is still very low. Danger still exists, and there is also a group of treacherous disciples staring at him. Lu Zhao glanced at them again. Their loyalty had increased to 50%, 45%, and 52%. These three evil disciples are really stubborn. The problem of distinguishing good and evil cannot be resolved in a short time, but their loyalty must be increased to over 60%. It seems that this punishment is still not enough. Lu Zhao slowly turned back to the Liang Pavilion, sat cross-legged, and said in a soft but firm voice, from today onwards, I, as your master, will disregard what you have done in the past, and will forgive all old matters. But if you repeat any disloyalty, injustice, or disobedience in the future, I will definitely not forgive you again. This time, even little Xiao Yan'er knelt down. She didn't dare to say a word. The loyalty of the three evil disciples indeed increased by 5%. Since I've used the whip, I have to offer a sweet date too. You are disciples of this seat, people of Golden Court Mountain, and I will protect you. This time, loyalty increased by as much as 10%, and Zhao Yan'er's increased by 2%. Lu Zhao secretly nodded. This reputation of protection greatly enhanced their loyalty. In this wide world, there is no shortage of strange things. Although there are many orthodox sects, there are also many insidious villains. The world is difficult, and people's hearts are treacherous. The most terrifying are not the honest villains, but the fake virtuous people in the cultivation world. You deceive, and I trick, fighting with each other all day long. Having a place to rely on is a blessing in a person's life. In the beginning, when they went up the mountain to become disciples, that was all they hoped for. Ding completed the mission of punishing the three evil disciples and gained 100 merit points. The system's sound reminded him, Lu Zhu said indifferently. Withdraw. Disciples take their leave. The four of them left the Liang Pavilion. Although they had unease and worry in their hearts, they were mostly surprised and puzzled. Especially the three evil disciples. They were extremely rebellious, disobedient, and insubordinate. Yet their master only punished them with confinement on Golden Court Mountain. This is no different from a great act of kindness. If it were in the past, they would have at least been beaten until seriously injured. After all the disciples left, Lu Zhuao finally let out a sigh and opened the personal information panel. Name: Lu Zhu. Race: human cultivation. Body tempering 9th layer Dharma body. None merit points. 200 remaining lifespan. 312 days items. Peak state card quantity. 2. Fatal blow block quantity. 5. Passive. Cultivation method. None indeed. I'm unbelievably weak. After experiencing the feeling of being in peak state, Lu Zhu realized just how weak this body was. Seeing that he had 200 merit points, Lu Zhu thought to himself, draw a lottery. Ding. Each lottery draw costs 50 merit points. Lottery draw failed. Gained 1 luck point. Lu Zhao frowned. What the heck, what a ripoff. Then, Lu Zhao ordered the system, opened the shop. The interface in front of him changed to the shop, containing countless dazzling weapons and cultivation methods of various colors. Lu Zhu looked around and sighed. They even sell Dharma bodies? Lu Zhu was speechless. Thing looks so bad. When cultivation reached, the Dharma body was one of the strongest moves for cultivators. As the cultivation reached a certain level, a Dharma body could be formed when using mental energy. The bigger the Dharma body, the stronger the cultivator. Unfortunately, most of the items in the shop were red, indicating that he didn't have enough points to buy them. Beginner Taiji First Form Dharma Body, price 300 merit points. Liangyi Transformation Dharma Body, price 1000 merit points. Lu Zhao saw that the Supreme Myriad Flows Supreme Dharma Body was the highest level item, and the price column was a series of question marks. It was fine if he didn't look, but as soon as he looked, he almost lost his fake life. He couldn't even afford a beginner Dharma Body. It was terrifyingly expensive. Although the Dharma Body is one of the most powerful moves of cultivators, it also represents that the cultivator is encountering a bottleneck. Often, many cultivators are trapped in a certain realm because they cannot increase the level of their Dharma Body, and sometimes they cannot overcome it in their entire lives. What does it mean not to list the price? Lu Zhu was suspicious. The Myriad Flows Supreme is a Dharma Body that only exists in legends. In the current cultivation world, even a powerful old devil like Ji Tiandao has only reached the 8 leaves 100 tribulations insight. Even if he breaks through to 10 leaves, he is still very far from the Myriad Flows Supreme. The Myriad Flows Supreme is just a Dharma Body that exists in legends. Alright, let's not think too far ahead. Since my cultivation has fallen to the body-tempering 9th layer, I must have the attitude of the weak. I can't keep daydreaming. Let's play the lottery, Lu Zhuao thought to himself. Ding! Lottery draw begins. Ding! Lottery draw costs 50 merit points. Gained a reversal card. Do you want to continue drawing? Is the probability of winning so high? Isn't it just a notification wishing you good luck next time? Lu Zhao's jaw dropped with an indescribable expression of surprise. With 150 merit points left, he decided to save them to buy a Dharma Body and increase his cultivation realm. The normal cultivation process is that the body-tempering 9th layer must break through the bottleneck to enter the profound connection realm and master the beginner Dharma Body. But the system sells so many Dharma Bodies, clearly implying that he doesn't have to worry about the bottleneck issue. Check the mission panel. Current main quest. Re-educate the evil disciples. A teacher for a day. A father for life. Betraying the sect is extremely rebellious, and those with ulterior motives are worse than pigs and dogs. Re-educate your disciples and increase their loyalty. Branch Quest 1. Increasing Yanner's loyalty is complete. Branch Quest 2. Punishing the 3 evil disciples is complete. Branch Quest 3. Educating Zhu Honggong is in progress. Branch Quest 4. Eliminating the weeds at the roots. Changing the situation is in progress. Seeing that the mission interface had changed, Lu Zhao sighed. Educating the 8th disciple. This means that I have to find him. Based on my current cultivation, I'm afraid that there will be more danger than good. I should think more carefully. He thought of the 3 evil disciples. If he didn't confine them and took them with him, he would definitely encounter disaster. Secrets can't be kept forever. Only little Yanwei can be trusted. Xiao Yanheir's cultivation is at the Divine Court realm. Her loyalty is the highest, and she is the youngest, making her extremely suitable to take with him. By the way, he can teach her the principles of being human, killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Thinking of this, Lu Zhao slowly stood up and returned to the Dark Heaven Pavilion. There is also a reversal card. Use it all. The Dark Heaven Pavilion is the residence of Ji Tiandao and his disciples on the peak of Golden Court Mountain. It is quiet and secluded. 3 days later, at the headquarters of the Fierce Tiger Gang Mountain Village, Zhu Honggong asked several subordinates, "What's the situation with the investigation?" One subordinate cupped his hands and reported, "This subordinate sent people to drive the flying chariot overnight to Golden Court Mountain. The fighting there is too intense. Our troops dare not approach." Another said, But there are cultivators who said that they saw a Dharma Body with their own eyes." Zhu Honggong sat on the throne and pressed him. "What kind of Dharma Body?" "That Dharma Body is 3 zang tall, 2 zang wide, surrounded by golden light, and has an 8-leaf golden lotus underneath." Thump. Zhu Honggong fell from the throne. No longer with any air of a king, his face was extremely pale, and his legs kept shaking. Zhu Honggong thought to himself, "Master, old man, he really has." Zhu Honggong was extremely horrified. What now? Seeing this, several subordinates anxiously shouted, "Gang leader, quick, help the gang leader, to the toilet, at the Dark Heaven Pavilion." After Lu Zhu used the reversal card, his lifespan was restored to 613 days. After a few more days of recuperation, his mental state had improved a lot. 1 card lasted for 300 days, a little less effective than the first one. He looked a bit younger overall. His appearance didn't change much, but a few black hairs had grown on his head, and he looked more energetic here. He only had 150 merit points left, pathetically few. Lu Zhao wasn't planning on cultivating those random cultivation methods in his mind, not even the ones he'd taught his disciples. He was planning to exchange merit points for cultivation methods in the shop. He didn't want to repeat Ji Tiandao's mistakes. Although good and evil are determined by the individual, if even his disciples wanted to betray someone like Ji Tiandao, it definitely had a lot to do with his character. And someone who could be that evil inevitably had countless ties to his cultivation method. While he was still thinking, a voice came from outside the door. "Master, Xiao Yanhe requests an audience." "Come in." Xiao Yanhe pushed the door open and entered. Seeing her master sitting there, she grinned and said, "Master, you look younger again, always with the sweet talk." Lu Zhao reached out and flicked her forehead. "Master is so amazing now," Xiao Yan'er said with admiration. pushing back 10 grandmasters with just one move. Only you, in all the land, could do that. Lu Xiao said nothing. It was all thanks to the peak state card. Nothing worth mentioning. Xiao Yanhair blinked her big eyes and asked again. Master, you used to say that as long as you're strong, you can kill anyone you want. So why didn't you kill your senior brothers and sisters? Lu Xiao looked at Xiao Yanhair, not expecting this little girl to have such dangerous thoughts. Yan Kuer, all the principles I taught you before, forget them all. It's best to forget them completely. Yes, disciple understands. Seeing Xiao Yanhair hesitate, Lu Xiao shook his head and said, If you have something to say, just say it, I won't blame you. Xiao Yanhair mustered her courage and said, Master, you once promised disciple something. Have you forgotten? What kind of random promises did the old devil make back then? Lu Xiao hurriedly searched his memories, but couldn't find any relevant information. It seemed that when he transmigrated into this old man's body, the memories he received were incomplete. Promise, Zhao Hung He. Master said that as long as disciple reached the divine court realm, you would give disciple the jade whisk. Although he didn't remember promising his disciple, he knew that the jade whisk was a heaven-grade treasure that could greatly increase the power of a cultivator. But when Lu Xiao transmigrated, all of Ji Tiandao's tools had disappeared. How could he give it to her now? Wouldn't admitting that be like spilling the beans? He also understood why the old devil did that. His disciples betrayed him and challenged his authority. If he didn't weaken his disciples' strength, they would probably abandon him sooner or later. This was just a last resort. Of course I remember. Xiao Yanhair looked very disappointed. Lu Xiao continued, but I'll give you another heaven-grade treasure. A jade whisk is only suitable for older cultivators. It would look ridiculous for a little girl like you to use it. Hearing this, Yanxi was overjoyed and quickly knelt down, her eyes wide. Thank you, Master. Lu Xiao nodded slightly. Xiao Yanhair, I have a mission for you. Please instruct me, Master. Near Golden Court Mountain, there are some righteous cultivators hiding in the shadows to investigate us. Go take care of them. Disciple obeys. Go. Xiao Yanhair left the evil sky pavilion, her figure darting down the mountain like a swallow. About 10 minutes later, Lu Xiao heard the system notification in his ear. Killed a wicked person, gained 10 merit points. Killed a wicked person, gained 10 merit points. Lu Xiao frowned slightly, then rejoiced inwardly. Disciples can complete the system's missions, and the master can gain merit points through them. Very reasonable. He was very satisfied. Half an hour passed, and Xiao Yanhair had killed more than 10 cultivators with heaven-defying guts. Lu Xiao checked the information panel, and his merit points had increased to 300. Shop. By the primordial chaos nascent soul. Successfully obtained the primordial chaos nascent soul. In an instant upon obtaining the nascent soul, Lu Xiao felt a stream of spring water flowing from his long dried up dantian. A surge of energy coursed through his entire body. He broke through! He truly stepped into the mystic enlightening realm from the body refinement realm. The body refinement realm only trains muscles, bones, and skin, and cannot use energy like cultivators. Now that he had become a true cultivator, his abilities had increased exponentially. There were really no bottlenecks. Lu Xiao sensed the changes in his body, and soon his body quieted down. Name, Lu Xiao. Race, human cultivation. Mystic enlightening realm. Heart aperture points. Merit points 0 remaining lifespan. 613 days status cards. Ji Tiandao's peak state X2 fatal damage block X5 passive. Primordial chaos creation nascent soul requires 1000 merit points. This is truly a bottomless pit. Reaching Ji Tiandao's level doesn't seem as easy as he thought. Moreover, he currently doesn't have a suitable cultivation method to cultivate. Should he cultivate the previous cultivation methods in his mind? Lu Zhujiao had many of Ji Tiandao's cultivation methods and insights, as well as the cultivation methods and advantages and disadvantages of his 9 disciples. However, those cultivation methods were tailored for them, and were not suitable for him. As for Ji Tiandao's own cultivation methods, his cultivation had always been stagnant due to his body being too old. This meant that he had to increase his life force points before he could consider continuing to cultivate. Before that, he would rather do nothing than be sloppy and wait for a while. Merit points were no longer increasing. Xiao Yanhair was at the divine court realm, so dealing with these small fries was more than enough. He had to give them more things to do. If his disciples could also help him gain merit points, he had to make good use of them. Lu Xiao slowly stood up and stretched his muscles. Just as he was about to step out the door, a black shadow suddenly rushed over. Whoosh! The black shadow was as fast as lightning, rushing into the room from the West Pavilion's window. In his hand, he held a long sword that gleamed with cold light. The sword carried a massive amount of energy, stabbing straight into Lu Zhao's vital point from behind. Thump! The sword pierced Lu Zhao's back. The man then said smugly, "Success." At that moment, Lu Zhao clearly saw the appearance of the person who had come. Lu Zhao said in surprise, "The eldest disciple of the Heavenly Sword Sect, Zhu Jifeng." Zhu Jifeng didn't expect to be recognized in an instant, and blurted out, "What? Recognized with just one glance?" With Lu Zhao's current strength, a single glance was enough to tell he was facing a powerhouse. Lu Zhao thought to himself, should I shout for help? But surprisingly, he didn't suffer any damage at all. The effect of the critical hit block had been triggered. That Zhu Jifeng guy was flustered. He gnashed his teeth and lunged forward, stabbing another sword toward Lu Zhao's chest. Die. Zhu Jifeng was stunned. How is this possible? Lu Zhao frowned slightly, his eyes shining like torches. Still want to continue? Zhu Jifeng unleashed deadly move after deadly move. Yet Lu Zhao mysteriously blocked them all. Zhu Jifeng tumbled in the air, staggering backward, his arm numbed. How is this possible? The evil sky pavilion fell silent once more. Zhu Jifeng's eyes widened, he swallowed a mouthful of saliva, his eyes bloodshot, his legs went limp, and he collapsed to the ground, muttering, "The difference is too great," Lu Zhao mused. After all, the mystic enlightenment realm is just the most garbage cultivation realm. How could he possibly stand against Zhu Jifeng, who had already entered the divine court realm? This Zhu Jifeng guy was clearly here for revenge. He was crazy, as bold as brass, not even caring about his life. Lu Zhu let out a soft snort and slowly turned around. Must remain calm. Can't lose in terms of imposing aura. Lu Zhu growled. Overestimating yourself. Zhu Jifeng gripped his longsword tightly and continued to charge forward, moving as fast as the wind. The divine court realm is not something any random cultivator can compare to. You killed my master. Even if I have to die, I will still get my revenge. Lu Zhao immediately realized this was futile. Just then, Xiao Yanye rushed to block the blow. Who's the blind fool daring to launch a sneak attack on my master? Zhu Jifeng's heart trembled slightly, and his movements slowed down. Bam! Xiao Yanhe unleashed a burst of energy, sending him flying. Zhu Jifeng spat out a mouthful of blood and fell to the ground. Xiao Yanhe landed on the ground, revealing her tiny fangs, her eyes filled with murderous intent. Master, he dared to sneak attack you. This disciple wants to chop him into 8 pieces to vent your anger. Hearing this, Zhu Jifeng's face turned pale, and he muttered, "The 9 disciples of the evil sky pavilion are indeed all very ruthless." What Zhu Jifeng knew about them were all rumors from the common folk, and rumors are only partially true. Now, he was seeing it with his own eyes. Even such a beautiful and adorable young girl was so terrifying. Zhu Jifeng felt a pang of regret. He regretted coming for revenge. Lu Zhao immediately told Xiao Yanxie, "Stand back." On the surface, Lu Zhao was calm and composed, but inside he sighed repeatedly. This body is just too weak. When he was at his peak, he wouldn't even have bothered looking at someone like Zhu Jifeng, yet now, this guy almost took his old life. Fortunately, his little disciple arrived in time. Otherwise, after he used up all 5 critical hit blocks, he'd be done for. And he'd have to waste a peak state card? His gaze turned towards Zhu Jifeng, and the system provided information. Name, Zhu Jifeng. Race, human, realm, divine court realm, elementary stage of Dao integration, status enemy, hatred value 85, Lu Zhao mused. This system's usage is truly unexpected. The system continued to announce, Reminder 1, killing is not the only way to solve a problem. Reminder 2, all actions of the host may trigger hidden missions. Lu Zhu said coldly. This old man killed your master, so it's only natural that you come to seek revenge, but you overestimated yourself. You're just courting death. Such an act is meaningless. Lu Juju slowly searched his brain for memories related to Zhu Jifeng. What a coincidence, the original Jitian Dao did have some connection with this Zhu Jifeng. You entered the body tempering realm at 8? The mystic enlightenment realm at 11? The chi condensation realm at 13? The ocean of chi realm at 18? And reached the divine court realm at 20. In the cultivation world, you can be considered a rare talent. You could have waited a few more years before coming for revenge. Why did you have to come now? Just to seek death? Zhu Jifeng regretted it to the extreme. Is it too late to regret now? He was a genius, the genius among all the disciples of the Heavenly Sword sect. Xiao Yanhe mumbled, someone like that is considered a rare talent. This disciple started cultivating at 10 and reached the divine court realm after only 10 years. Zhu Jifeng heard this, and the small bit of pride he had just managed to muster was completely crushed. Lu Zhao glared at her. Don't talk nonsense. Xiao Yanhe stuck out her tongue and stood to the side. Lu Zhao continued, Zhu Jifeng, do you know why this old man hasn't killed you? Zhu Jifeng put on a fearless expression. Don't act all high and mighty, old devil. Just hack me to pieces or carve me up if you want. Lu Zhao shook his head. Do you really think Luo Chengfeng is a righteous gentleman? Zhu Jifeng's eyes widened. What do you mean by that? When this old man knew Luo Chengfeng, you weren't even born yet. What exactly are you getting at? Lu Zhao said calmly. If I told you that the enemy who killed your father was Lu Chengfeng, would you believe it? Hearing this, Zhu Jifeng immediately shouted. You're lying. Don't even think about sowing discord, old devil. Everyone knows that Si Wuyai, the 7th disciple of Jinting Mountain, is a despicable villain who's good at scheming. Unfortunately, this kind of cheap trick won't work on me. Lu Zhao shook his head. Indeed, youth is wasted on the young. In that case, I will tell you the whole story. Back then, when I arrived in Yi province, I stayed at the Jiang family's residence. Just as the young mistress of the Jiang family was in labor, I saw that the newborn child of the Jiang family had peculiar roots and great potential, so I intended to take him as a disciple. I gave the Jiang couple 3 days to consider. Regardless of whether they agreed or not, I would take the child away after 3 days. However, the next day, the entire Jiang family was annihilated. When I arrived at the Jiang family, it was already too late. Throughout the cultivation world, everyone believed that I had killed the entire Jiang family. I've killed countless people in my life. One more wouldn't make a difference, and one less wouldn't matter. The righteous factions under heaven all thought this was my doing, but no one knew that it was actually done by Luo Chengfeng. Zhu Jifeng continued to shout. Lies! More lies! Keep lying! Keep fabricating! Lu Juju knew he wouldn't believe it, so he played his trump card. You have a birthmark on your shoulder. When you were first born, you had cold energy within you, and it was me who took action to help you. That's also why there's always a wisp of evil energy in your body. You're originally a Jiang. You're the kid from the Jiang family. Zhu Jifeng was shocked. Very few people know about his birthmark. How does this old devil know? I see that you're still too young. If I told you the whole truth, I'm afraid you wouldn't be able to handle the pressure. Forget it. Be gone, Lu Zhao thought to himself. Retreating to advance is the easiest way to arouse other people's curiosity. As expected, Zhu Jifeng didn't believe it, but still said, I don't believe your words anyway, so I'm not afraid of any pressure, old devil. No need to play tricks on me like that. Xiao Yanhe raised her hand. You dare curse my master. Believe I'll chop you to death right now. Zhu Jifeng was speechless. He suddenly felt that the old devil wasn't as scary as the rumors said. But this little girl was intimidating. Good people get bullied, good horses get ridden. Lu Zhao suddenly felt that he couldn't be too kind or gentle when dealing with this kind of youth. Lu Zhao laughed and said, Your master Lu Changfeng destroyed the Jiang family, humiliated your mother, and then took you away. 30 years ago, Luo Changfeng broke through the nascent divinity realm. This realm is divided into 3 major realms: Dao Origin, Chaos Origin, and Dao Unification. Among them, the Dao Unification realm has a way to break through. He didn't finish his words. Xiao Yaner, who was standing to the side, interjected with a laugh. Master, I know this too. The Dao Unification realm can use its powerful cultivation to devour the cultivation essence of others, combining the two into one, so it's called Dao Unification. Am I right? Lu Zhao ignored her, and Xiao Yanhe immediately lowered her head obediently, not daring to say another word. Zhu Jifeng frowned, and couldn't help but shake his head. Lu Zhao continued. The entire Heavenly Sword sect only has you cultivating the same great Dao as Luo Changfeng, and you still think Luo Changfeng is alright? No need to say anything else. These words, though they might not make Zhu Jifeng change or believe immediately, would at least make him suspicious. I know you don't believe me, but when you get back, ask your Shifu again. Xiao Yanshare saw him off. Xiao Yanshare pouted. Master, are we just letting him go like that? He ambushed people? Lu Zhao shouted loudly. Presumptuous! Xiao Yanshare reluctantly stomped her foot, because she was really worried. Xiao Yanhe grabbed Zhu Jifeng by the collar and dragged him away. She snorted, saying to Zhu Jifeng, You pig! Does my master need to lie to trick you? Wouldn't it be better to just kill you, you pig brain? Xiao Yanhe gave him a kick, sending him flying out of the Demon Heaven Pavilion, face-planting on the ground. Now he was just a pile of mush. In his heart he kept repeating, I don't believe it, I don't believe it. After Xiao Yanhe sent Zhu Jifeng down the mountain, Lu Juju looked at the mission information. He knew this mission couldn't be completed immediately, but it was only a matter of time. Unless Zhu Jifeng was an idiot. If he had any brains, he would investigate the truth. Hidden branch mission. Incite Zhu Jifeng. Not completed. Xiao Yanhe returned to the Demon Heaven Pavilion and immediately asked, Master, why didn't you kill him? Lu Zhao shook his head. This girl's killing intent is too heavy. She's just like her senior brothers and sisters, all affected by Ji Tiandao. Lu Zhao stood up, clasped his hands behind his back, and said, Killing isn't the only way to solve problems. Xiao Yanhe huffed, but Master just sent me down the mountain to kill quite a few righteous cultivators. They dared to spy on Golden Court Mountain. They deserved to die. Lu Zhao was speechless with his grandma. Don't quibble. Did I say you can't kill people? Killing isn't the only way to solve problems, but it will always be one of the ways. Zhao Yanhe vaguely hummed in agreement. Disciples' evil deeds are in progress. Deducting corresponding merit points. Damn it! Merit points can also be deducted. Even though Lu Zhao wanted to appear as steady as an old dog, he almost flipped the table and started cursing. What the hell? There's even this trick. Call your senior brothers and sisters here. Disciple will go right away. Lu Zhao frowned and said, System, I only have so many merit points, and you're still deducting them? The system didn't respond, which meant that merit could be gained from disciples doing good deeds, and it could also be deducted when they did evil deeds. But what kind of deeds are considered evil? Not long after, Xiao Yanhe led the way, followed by the 3 evil disciples, Duan Musheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yue. They lowered their heads and entered the Demon Heaven Pavilion, as if nothing had happened. The 4 of them saluted at the same time. Master, speak. What did you do just now? Lu Zizhao's expression didn't change. Ming Shiyin innocently said, Yes, Master. I listened to you and have been patrolling the area near Golden Court Mountain, doing nothing. Lu Zhao calmly replied, You should all know my temperament. I hate lying the most. Hearing this, the expressions of the 3 changed simultaneously. The 4th disciple, Ming Xinyin, hurriedly said, There were some hunters at the foot of the southern mountain. What kind of place is Golden Court Mountain? How can we let them hunt there? You took action. Disciple knows wrong. I should have killed them all, Ming Xinyin hurriedly said. Lu Zhao was speechless with this Ming Xinyin. Ming Xinyin continued, Golden Court Mountain is famous throughout the cultivation world. How could those hunters not know? Maybe they were spies sent by those righteous sects. Master, let me go kill them all. Ming Xinyin turned to leave. Lu Zhao's face darkened. Stop! Ming Xinyin jumped. Lu Zhao stroked his beard. The signboard of Golden Court Mountain hasn't been restored. It's normal for people to go the wrong way. Just chase them away. If you find anyone deliberately causing trouble, then it's not too late to take action. Ming Xinyin and the others exchanged glances, thinking, This isn't Master's usual routine. Normally he would kill their whole family, right? Disciple respectfully obeys Master's orders. Then the 3 of them left together. Zhao Yue's loyalty is 65%, Ming Xiyin's is 62%, Duan Musheng's is 68%. Leaving the Demon Heaven Pavilion, the pressure on them also disappeared. The 5th disciple, Zhao Yue, stroked her hair and gently laughed. Master has suddenly become gentle. I'm not used to it, senior brothers. Do you think Master has become different? The 4th disciple, Ming Xiyin, who called himself a master of analyzing things, stroked his chin and said, Don't panic, and don't think too much. I've become a little wiser. After falling once, maybe Master is trying out a new routine. Duan Musheng didn't care, and ran down the stairs quickly. That's right, we just need to obey his orders. Don't think about other things. Not long after, Lu Zhu was resting in the Demon Heaven Pavilion when he suddenly heard the system's notification. Rescued 15 innocent lives, rewarding 150 merit points. Received the prostration of 14 people, rewarding 14 merit points. Received the devout prostration of 1 person, rewarding 10 merit points. Reminder, devout prostration receives 10 times the points of normal prostration, no additional increase. Lu Xiao immediately opened his eyes wide. There's this kind of trick too. Why didn't you say so sooner, Merit? Merit is earned from people's prostration. Where's Xiao Yanhair? Here, disciple. Xiao Yanhair chirped like a little bird as she hopped in from outside. Lu Xiao calmly said, Go tell your senior brothers and sisters. They must treat innocent people well. Treat them well. These words from Master's mouth left Xiao Yanhair confused and incredulous. Go on, disciple will go now. At the Fierce Tiger Stronghold's headquarters, a subordinate rushed in to report. Chief Zhu Honggong, there's a reply from the Moon Reflection Palace. What does the letter say? Zhu Honggong was ecstatic. The man then read the letter. Palace Master of the Moon Reflection Palace says, The old devil of Golden Court Mountain can kill sect leader Luo Changfeng of the Heaven Sword sect with 1 move. His cultivation must have recovered. Palace Master Ye cannot assist Chief. Chief's strength is the weakest. You must run away. Thump. Zhu Honggong collapsed to the ground. Seeing this, the subordinates cried out anxiously. Chief! Zhu Honggong lay face down, ass facing the sky, sweating profusely, thinking, Why did it turn out like this, Master? How could the old geezer be so powerful? After calming down, Zhu Honggong said, Don't panic, stay calm. With this king here, what are you afraid of? Back at the Evil Sky Pavilion, the system announced, Ding. Intimidated Zhu Honggong gained 50 merit points. Lu Zhu, hearing the system notification, was baffled. He hadn't done anything to Zhu Honggong, so why did he suddenly gain merit points? Lu Zhu looked at his personal information panel. Name, Lu Zhu. Race, human. Cultivation, profound connection realm, heart aperture. Merit points, 244. Remaining lifespan, 6 months. Items. Peak state card. Ji Tiandao X2. Fatal block card X3. Passive card. Still the same. Pitifully few. Although he'd discovered a new method to accumulate merit points, he only had over 200 points. Compared to the shop selling items for thousands of points, it was like a grain of sand in the desert. This little bit of merit points was only enough for a few draws, nothing else. Lu Xiao decided to do a draw. Draw. Consumed 50 merit points, obtained a Bai Zi. Lu Xiao couldn't help but widen his murky old eyes, exclaiming, A Bai Zi mount? The system stated. Bai Zi, a unique mount with permanent usage. This lucky draw thing is insane. He actually managed to draw such a rare mount. The previous Ji Tiandao must have had many cultivation techniques, weapons, and even rare mounts. After all, he was a great devil who roamed for thousands of years. He couldn't have nothing saved up. But when Lu Zhao transmigrated to replace Ji Tiandao, the old geezer had nothing left. Dirt poor. In this great Yan, people who can't catch demonic beasts or fierce beasts to use as mounts would find ways to create flying chariots and flying swords to fly through the air. But those things weren't as impressive as having a mount. Compared to modern times, the Baizine was no different from a luxurious supercar, a symbol of status and class. The higher the level of the controlled fierce beast, the more it proved how powerful the person was. Lu Xiao waved his hand. Baize. The Baize retreated. The Baizen spun around as if entering a void, disappearing in an instant. The 3 evil disciples below the mountain turned to look at the Evil Sky Pavilion, stunned, thinking, Am I seeing things? Just now, it seemed like an extremely strong energy with auspicious omens appeared. You're not seeing things. I saw it too. It's Master's new routine, clearly trying to cover up the evil aura on his body. I'll pretend I didn't see it. Yeah, let's just pretend we didn't see it. On the Evil Sky Pavilion, Lu Xiao was elated by the continuous lucky draws of good items. With the remaining merit points, he decided to do another draw. Draw. Consumed 50 merit points. Thanks for participating. Luck point +1. Draw. Consumed 50 merit points. Thanks for participating. Luck point +1. 2 misses in a row. You gave me a taste of sweet fruit? Now you're starting to exploit me? Lu Xiao was speechless. Draw. Consumed 50 merit points. Thanks for participating. Luck point +1. After a while, only 44 points were left, not enough for a draw. Lu Zhu reluctantly closed the draw function. As expected, it's all a trick. Even so, he wasn't too disappointed or regretful. Overall, the results were still rich. 4 draws, and he got a Bai Zi mount, a great deal, near the foot of Golden Court Mountain. 3 middle-aged men were riding horses towards Golden Court Mountain. Ahead is Golden Court Mountain, also the lair of the most famous devil in the cultivation world, feared by everyone. Steward, why did the clan leader have to send me to Golden Court Mountain to become a disciple? The reputation of this place isn't good. Do you think the clan leader wanted this? This old devil kills without blinking an eye. The clan leader had no choice but to proactively send Yanshare here to become a disciple, hoping the old devil would give face to Yanshare and help our clan overcome the great calamity. The steward riding in front shook his head helplessly. Let's just hope so. It's said that a few days ago, the old devil single-handedly forced back 10 great experts and killed sect leader Luo Chengfeng of the Heaven Sword sect with one move. If the old devil is willing to lend a hand, the Exu family will definitely be able to overcome this calamity. The three continued to ride forward. As they entered the forest, a black figure fluttered in the air like a ghost. A terrifying voice rang out. Who dares to trespass on Golden Court Mountain? The three immediately dismounted and knelt on one knee. The Shu family from Anyang City requests to meet Zhu Wei, a high person of the Evil Sky Pavilion. The steward swallowed hard, cold sweat dripping down his back. Ming Xiyin's figure suddenly flew down from the air, creating afterimages that lingered in the air. Xu An from Anyang City, Duan Musheng and Zhao Yue stood to the left and right of the three, forming a line. The three kneeling on the ground widened their eyes, their lips trembling, all having heard that the devils on Golden Court Mountain were extremely terrifying, and now they saw that it was indeed true. Duan Musheng said, "Fourth, the Shu family from Anyang City are the relatives of little junior sister." Ming Xiyin nodded. I understand. Luckily I'm clever. Following Master's new routine, now we can't kill them, we have to treat them well. Especially since they're little junior sister's relatives. Zhao Yu agreed. Fourth senior brother makes sense. The three members of the Shu family looked at each other, completely clueless. Ming Xinyin chuckled, stepping forward to help the Shu steward up. This action startled the steward, leaving him utterly perplexed. Ming Xinyin smoothly said, no need for formalities, quickly get up. The Exu steward pondered carefully, sensing a hidden agenda behind Ming Xiyin's smile, and became even more obsequious. I wouldn't dare. That's not right. You are junior sister Zhao Yanhair's family, so you are family. As family. No need for formalities. Come on, quickly get up. The three of them hastily waved their hands, saying in unison, we wouldn't dare. Ming Xinyin raised an eyebrow. You refuse to drink a toast, so you prefer a penalty drink. Hurry up, all of you come up the mountain with me, and await your punishment. Duan Musheng and Zhao Yue were dumbfounded. Don't look at me like that, I'm helpless too. Master's new routine is too difficult to play along with. At the Matiange, Jinting Mountain, Master, the Shu family from Anyang City, seeks an audience. The Shu family? They are junior sister Xiao Yanhair's relatives. The image of 5 years ago, when he took Xiao Yanhair as a disciple in Anyang City, flashed through his mind. The Shu family, originally the Shu family, both were from the same family. Lu Xiao stroked his beard and said, let them in, and also call Xiao Yanhair here. Yes, not long after. 3 wicked disciples led the Shu family into the Matiange. Xiao Yanhair received the message and immediately rushed over. The 3 members of the Shu family never expected they could enter the Matiange so easily. The easier it was, the more uneasy they felt. When they saw the old man Lu Zhu, their legs trembled, not daring to make any disrespectful movements. Greetings, Pavilion Master. The ex-Shu family steward knelt on the ground, and the other 2 followed suit. Lu Zhao's gaze swept over the 3 of them, and he said calmly, I once established a rule that once someone joins the Matiange, they are not allowed to associate with their relatives and old friends. Xiao Yanhair, do you still remember? Hearing this, Xiao Yanhair quickly said, Disciple remembers clearly. Disciple will send them away immediately. The ex-Shu family steward turned to look at Xiao Yanhair, his face covered in sweat and tears streaming down his face. Young miss, I am Xu An. When Xiao Yanhair left home, she was only 10 years old. After 5 years, it was normal for her memories to be a bit hazy. Xiao Yanhair looked at the middle-aged man in front of her in surprise. Xu An immediately burst into tears. Young miss, I have finally met you. The Shu family is in trouble, and the master and madam are also in trouble. As he spoke, tears and snot ran down his face. In these 5 years, she often missed her biological parents, and the old devilhead also doted on her very much, and didn't spoil her rotten. Duan Musheng, Ming Xiyin and Zhao Yue looked down on him, a grown man crying his eyes out. What a disgrace, Duan Musheng said loudly in a deep voice. How dare you, Xu An stopped sobbing, and lowered his head anxiously and apprehensively. Zhao Yue said with a smile, This is the Matiange, not a place for you to cry and whine, junior sister. If it weren't for the sake that they are your relatives, this senior sister would have sewn his mouth shut with a hairpin long ago. Zhao Yanhair knelt on the ground, while Master Lu Zhao remained calm, showing no emotion. The 4th disciple, Ming Xiyin, rolled his eyes and cupped his hands, saying, Master, the rules are set by you. Junior sister's family is also our family. If we don't help our family when they are in trouble, we are no better than pigs and dogs. Zhao Yue also agreed. Zhao Yue echoed in agreement. Duan Musheng said, 4th junior brother is right, I think so too. Seeing the 3 senior brothers and sisters speaking up for her, Xiao Yanhair was surprised. Lu Zhu nodded slightly and opened his mouth to say, Teachable children. It was not in vain that I taught you. His eyes swept over the 3 wicked disciples. Their loyalty had increased by 5 points, almost reaching 70%. However, the Matiange won't interfere with just any matter, Ming Xiyin said. That's right, Master. How can your world-shaking divine might be bothered with such trivial matters? Zhao Yue rolled her eyes at him. fourth senior brother is not only good at analysis, but his bootlicking skills are also far better than ordinary people. Zhao Yanyer winked at Shu An, and Shu An quickly said, the entire Shu family, about 10,000 people, live in Anyang City. They have always been very law-abiding, only doing business with ordinary people. In recent years, everything has been peaceful. The Shu family, with over 1,000 mouths to feed, all rely on this for a living. A month ago, the Shu family's trade caravan passed through Hejiu and encountered a group of bandits who robbed them. The ex-Shu family didn't want to cause trouble, so they handed over a large sum of money to the bandits. Unexpectedly, these bandits became even greedier and rushed to Anyang City overnight, attacking the Shu mansion and taking more than 100 members of the Shu family as hostages. Xiao Yanyer frowned slightly. This matter was neither big nor small, Zhao Yu said with a smile. Just a group of bandits, why didn't you report it to the authorities? The master also thought so, but as soon as the officials heard that they were bandits from Hejiu, they chased the master away, not daring to interfere. These bandits are that powerful. Zhao Yue was dismissive. Shu An said anxiously, it is said that there are cultivators backing these bandits, no wonder. With the whole story clear, everyone's eyes focused on Lu Jiao. Based on the old geezer's usual habits, he definitely wouldn't let the evil Sky Pavilion get involved in this kind of thing. But things are different now. Plus, this involves little junior sister, who Master loves the most. So, before Master could even say anything, Ming Xinyin stepped forward with a righteous air and said supernaturally, Master, just leave this to your disciple. Those bandits dared to kidnap little junior sister's family. How can we let them off? Your disciple will definitely handle this properly. Duanmu Sheng and Zhao Yue were speechless when they heard Ming Xiyin say this. They both thought, Fourth bro, you're so shameless. When Zuan heard this, he was overjoyed, as if he were dreaming. This was even smoother than he had imagined. Lu Xiao was also thinking, with his current strength, getting involved in the affairs of cultivators was just asking for trouble. But if he let his disciples do it, he could get merit points. A total win-win situation, Master. Please allow your disciple to redeem himself. In the past, your disciple had heavy karma. Now that little junior sister's family is in trouble, how can I, as her senior brother, just sit back and watch? Although Master is confining me, this is a special situation, so I hope Master will allow it. Every word that came out of Ming Xiyin exuded the demeanor of a righteous cultivator, which left Duanmu Sheng and Zhao Yu completely flabbergasted. When did Old Fourth's acting skills get so good? Lu Jiao looked at Ming Xiyin and said calmly, this matter should have been handled by Xiao Yan'er herself. But Yan'er is still young and doesn't know when to hold back. Since a senior brother like you is willing to take care of it, then I'll leave it to you. Your disciple will definitely complete the mission. Ming Xiyin was overjoyed. I'll give you 3 days, huh? 3 days? Master, isn't that a bit too rushed? Ming Xiyin haggled. Zhao Yu laughed and said, Senior brother, you're a divine tribunal realm expert after all. If it were me, 2 days would be enough. When did you become so unconfident? Ugh, well, senior brothers and sisters should support each other, not sabotage each other. Achel. Enough. Go do your work. Lu Jiao waved his hand. Your disciple obeys? The reason he gave a 3-day time limit was because he didn't want these disciples to become too free and forget their duties. If it dragged on for too long, it would lead to a bunch of other problems. It wouldn't be easy to end then. Ding! Mission announced successfully. Rescue the Zhu family. Mission duration, 3 days. Executor, Ming Xiyin. Countdown, 2 days, 23 hours. Lu Jiao was stunned. He could announce missions on the mission board? Sure enough, a new entry appeared for announcing missions. The first line clearly stated, Rescue the Zhu family. Executor, Ming Xiyin. Countdown. Xiao Yan'er knelt and said, Thank you, Master. The 3 people from Zhu An also knelt and thanked him. Ding! Received sincere kneeling from 3 people. Reward, 30 merit points. Xiao Yan'er. Take them down the mountain. Yes, Xiao Yan'er wanted to say something but stopped herself. Lu Jiao saw her expression and said, Your 4th senior brother might be a playboy who roams the world, but he's always serious when he works. He knows how to use his brain. With his personality, he'll solve the problem in less than a day. No need to worry. Your disciple understands. Duanmu Sheng and Zhao Yue were simultaneously shocked. Master clearly knew that Old Fourth would be playing around for 2 extra days. Everything was in his grasp. Old 5, Lu Jiu said. As your master, I'll give you 2 days. Go to the Heavenly Sword Sect and investigate the situation of the Heavenly Sword Sect's head disciple, Zhu Jifeng. Zhao Yue's expression lit up when she heard this and said, Your disciple obeys. Your disciple will definitely complete the mission. Ding. Mission announced successfully. Investigate Zhu Jifeng of the Heavenly Sword Sect. Duration, 2 days. Lu Zhu poured himself some tea and mumbled, If I'm going to instigate someone, I naturally have to investigate them thoroughly. The next morning, Lu Xiao was lounging in the shade without the need to cultivate techniques. His entire life became boring, like an old man sitting in front of the pavilion, enjoying the breeze. The 3rd and 9th disciples stood guard like door gods. After the incident of Zhu Jifeng's assassination attempt on Master, the 2 didn't dare to be careless. Although they all believed that Lu Juju had enough strength to stop the assassin, it was their fault for letting these thieves sneak into Golden Court Mountain. Xiao Yan'er couldn't help but ask, Master, will 4th senior brother really be okay? Lu Jiao smiled faintly as he drank his orange juice. Don't worry. The 3rd disciple, Duanmu Sheng, standing next to her, said, Little junior sister, although Old Fourth likes to play around, he can sometimes seem unreliable, but when he works, he always tries his best. You can rest assured about that. Yes, I'm just afraid the fourth senior brother will get distracted by playing and forget about his duties, Duan Musheng said. He wouldn't dare. If he dares to forget, even if master doesn't take action, I, as his senior brother, will definitely not let him off. Duan Musheng was actually an enforcer, Xiao Yanhe thought to herself. It would be great if seventh senior brother were here, Duan Musheng reminded. Little junior sister, don't talk nonsense. Betraying the sect is a heinous crime. Mentioning him in front of master, do you want to be scolded? Xiao Yanhe also realized that she had misspoke, and quickly stuck out her tongue. Lu Zhao shook his head. It's okay. Old seventh is good at scheming and planning. He's truly a rare talent. But that guy is too sinister. He often focuses on trivial matters, and his mind is always suspicious for no reason. He can't go far. This kind of personality reminded Lu Zhao of Cao Cao. Success or failure all depended on that. Senior sister sent a letter. Zhao Yanhe pointed to the carrier pigeon that had just appeared on the horizon. This carrier pigeon isn't a normal carrier pigeon, but has been nurtured by Golden Court Mountain, supplemented with spiritual power, so they are all mutated birds. Some powerful carrier pigeons have even transformed into ferocious beasts in the Great Yan world. Among the wild beasts, there are many that are faster than carrier pigeons, such as the Hongyan bird. Eagle, the carrier pigeon dropped the letter into Zhao Yanhe's palm. Xiao Yanhe turned around and presented the letter to Lu Zhao. Master, Lu Zhao ordered. Read it. Yes. Xiao Yanhe opened the letter and read. Master, since the incident of the 10 great sects besieging Golden Court Mountain, Luo Changfeng of the Heavenly Sword Sect died because he wanted to fight for the position of sect leader, so the Heavenly Sword Sect is now in chaos. After returning to the Heavenly Sword Sect, Zhu Jifeng did not inherit the position of sect leader. The previous sect leader, Luo Jingkong, is in closed-door cultivation. Your disciple believes that Luo Jingkong is trying to break through to the primordial spirit realm's Dao harmonization realm. Last night, when your disciple went to investigate the news, I discovered that Zhu Jifeng has ulterior motives. Lu Zhao shook his head and said, the speed is a bit slow. Write a letter to Zhao Yu. She can help him a bit if necessary. Yes. Duan Musheng folded his hands in puzzlement and asked, Master, Zhu Jifeng is just a cultivator who has newly entered the Divine Court realm, and he's also our mortal enemy. Why should we help him? Lu Zhao didn't answer his question. Until their loyalty reaches 80%, he still needs to be careful. Seeing that his master didn't say a word, Duan Musheng awkwardly turned his head away, not daring to continue asking. Disciple Ming Shiyin has completed the mission announced by the host. Mission details. Saved 105 Zhu family members. Gained 1050 merit points. Received sincere kneeling from 105 people. Gained 1050 merit points. Killed 82 bandits. Gained 820 merit points. Hearing the system's notification, Lu Zhu couldn't help but be surprised. Could this be the right way to use the system? Just a simple mission and I've gained so much merit. Adding the remaining points from before, he now has 2,904 points. Master, fourth senior brother sent a letter back. Zhao Yanhe darted into the air as fast as lightning. Read it. Your disciple is fortunate enough to have fulfilled the mission, having saved the Exu family members and slain the bandits. Furthermore, your disciple discovered that the cultivator behind these bandits seems to be related to Old Eighth's fierce Tiger Mountain stronghold. Your disciple will investigate this matter thoroughly. The first sentence is a mission report. The second sentence is clearly looking for an excuse to fool around for 2 days. Lu Zhao wasn't in a bad mood, so naturally he wouldn't nitpick with him. It's unreasonable to expect a horse to run without feeding it grass, Xiao Yanhe said angrily. Master, fourth senior brother said this matter is related to eighth senior brother. How could eighth senior brother do such a thing? Duan Musheng spoke up. Old Eighth is, after all, a divine court realm powerhouse. He wouldn't meddle in worldly affairs. I guess those cultivators are using our senior brother's name to do evil things. Saying that, Lu Zhu nodded. Whether he caused it or not, let old fourth investigate a bit. Since the master had spoken, the disciples naturally had no objections, all nodding in agreement. In the afternoon, at the Dark Hall, Lu Zhao didn't receive a notification about completing the mission related to Zhu Jifeng, so he returned to the Dark Hall. Lu Zhao ordered the system, open the shop, buy the 2 forms reversal body. He checked his merit points again. 2,904 points, deducting 1,000 merit points, obtained the 2 forms reversal body. All attributes increased by 10%. As soon as he received the body, Lu Zhu felt his cultivation level rapidly increasing, from the profound connection realm heart aperture to the profound connection realm mouth aperture. The benefits of the body weren't just this. The energy in his dantian and meridians surged like a continuous river. In just a moment, he went from the profound connection realm mouth aperture to the nose aperture, then jumped straight to the eye aperture. The profound connection realm's 5 apertures have now been opened to 4 apertures, feeling his whole body filled with energy. Lu Zhao was extremely satisfied, nodding his head. His speed of progress, he feared, was unmatched throughout history. Buy 2 reversal cards, deducting 1,000 merit points. Obtained 2 reversal cards. Use. A vortex seemed to appear in the sky above the Dark Hall, and vitality from all directions was sucked into the invisible vortex and plunged into Lu Zhao's aging body. Vitality shone, and the black hair on his head gradually increased. 2 cards made Lu Zhao 600 days younger. Perhaps during this period he had become accustomed to the slow movements of an aged body, so becoming 600 days younger made him feel refreshed, not too obvious, but bringing a comfortable feeling. No one on this planet could enjoy the experience of rejuvenation like him. This was Lu Zhao's current feeling. In a flash, 2,000 merit points were used up. Truly, money doesn't stay in your pocket for long. Perform a lucky draw. deducting 50 merit points. Thank you for participating. Luck point +1. Perform a lucky draw, deducting 50 merit points. Thank you for participating. Luck point +1. He drew 5 times, and only increased his luck points. And the system even gave him 5 consecutive. Thank you for participating messages. Lu Zhao paused the lucky draws and looked at his personal information panel. Name, Lu Zhao. Race, human. Cultivation, profound connection. Realm, eye aperture. Body, 2 forms. Reversal body. Merit points, 654. Remaining lifespan, 1209 days. Items, peak state card X2, fatal block card X3, passive white deer. Lu Zhao muttered a sentence. Looking at this panel, he felt that the merit points obtained from completing missions were not as plentiful as he had imagined. Lu Zhao glanced through the cultivation techniques and weapons in the shop. The lowest priced one still required 1,000 merit points, so Lu Zhao didn't continue spending the remaining merit points. He planned to assign more missions to his disciples to increase his lifespan. And then, when he had accumulated more merit points, buy a more valuable cultivation technique or weapon. In his memory, this world was too dangerous. With his current cultivation level, if he left Golden Court Mountain, it would be difficult to protect himself. For the time being, he could only sit still on the mountain and let these disciples protect him. Nothing serious would happen. Of course, he also had to guard against these disciples rebelling. 5 disciples had abandoned him, so he had to be even more careful with the 4 who remained. Fortunately, he still had the peak state card and fatal block card. Even if they wanted to turn the world upside down, he could withstand it. Yan Nair, whoosh! Yan Nair's figure silently appeared before him like a spirit. Bowing, Master called, "Bring the 4 treasures of the study from the dark hall here." Note, the 4 treasures of the study include paper, brush, ink, and inkstone. Ah, Master, you've never written before? It's always been your disciple writing for you. Do you want to write yourself today, this little rascal? Does Master need you to manage what I do? Zhao Yan'er stuck out her tongue. Your disciple will go immediately. Not long after, Zhao Yan'er brought the 4 treasures of the study and placed them in front of Lu Zhao. Then she stood respectfully to the side like a maidservant, just standing there, watching her master. She really wanted to see what her master was planning to do. Seeing that her master didn't intend to chase her away, she became bolder and stood a little closer. Master, let me grind the ink for you. Zhao Yan'er's mind sparked, and she knelt down beside the tea table, carefully starting to grind the ink. In his previous life, Lu Zhao was a straight-A student majoring in literature. When he was free and had nothing to do, he would sit down and write calligraphy, and even won an award for calligraphy at school. Writing was not difficult for him at all. He lifted the writing brush, dipped it in ink, and wrote on the blank white paper, writing each character. Yu Zhenghai, Yu Shangrong, Duan Musheng, Ming Xiyin, Zhao Yu, Ye Tiangxin, Si Wuyai, Zhu Honggong, Yan He. Writing from top to bottom in order, these were the 9 disciples whom the great devil, Ji Tiandao, had used the system to raise into 9 evil demons with countless sins, shocking the world. Looking at this list, Lu Zhao fell into deep thought. Even the youngest disciple was already a divine court realm powerhouse, so how strong would the cultivation of the eldest disciple be? Would he surpass Ji Tiandao? If he did, with the murderous intentions of Yu Zhenghai and Yu Shangrong, how could they allow the old devil Ji Tiandao to continue existing in this world? And Ji Tiandao should clearly know that each evil disciple he taught was like a wolf or a tiger, and there would inevitably come a day when they would betray him. From the very beginning of teaching them, wouldn't he have left behind some methods or trump cards to crush the evil disciples? Everything was worth considering. The missing memories in his head were all crucial memories that made it impossible for him to figure out the real reason within. Ji Tiandao, oh Ji Tiandao, what life-saving tools do you have? While Lu Zhao was deep in thought, Xiao Yanjie was fussing in front of him. Her face was full of admiration. Master's writing is so beautiful. Why did you write my name? Lu Zhao sighed. Your teacher is introspecting. One must always introspect about oneself. Your teacher taught 9 disciples, but they ran amok everywhere, causing people to complain. Perhaps your teacher was wrong before. Lu Zhao spoke beautifully, but in his heart he was judging. What a load of crap. The one who was wrong was Ji Tiandao. When the upper class is not upright, the lower class will be chaotic. Just looking at his disciples, they wanted to kill people's entire families at the drop of a hat. As their teacher, he should be ashamed. Master, then why did you take us as disciples, and only take 9 people? With your skills, as long as you expand the Dark Hall, there will be thousands upon thousands of disciples and descendants on Golden Court Mountain who would dare to disobey you. The righteous sects wouldn't dare to provoke you anymore. Anyone who doesn't submit to you, just give the order and your disciples and descendants can wipe them out. At that time, those who obey me shall live, and those who defy me shall die. How great would that be? Lu Zhao raised his aging hand, intending to flick Xiao Yanxie's forehead. Xiao Yanxie didn't dare to dodge, only knowing to shrink her neck and close her eyes, waiting to be hit. But Lu Zhao's hand stopped halfway. He placed his hand on top of her head, gently stroking. Little lass, why is your head filled with thoughts of killing people? Have you forgotten what Master taught you? Disciple wouldn't dare. Sigh, Master once said, killing people isn't the only way to solve problems. Master doesn't deny the act of killing, but we must consider whether it's necessary. For example, those common folks without weapons, they work hard their whole lives, not vying for power, only wanting to live in peace. What reason do you have to kill them? Xiao Yanhe shook her head. Another example is when Fourth saved 100 members of the Yu family. If those bandits were like you, directly killing the entire Yu family, would you still have the chance to save your clansmen? Those bandits deserve to die, indeed. But the bandits' goal was to acquire wealth, not to kill. So what is our goal? Zhao Yan'er carefully replied. It's to cultivate, break through to the nascent soul realm, to enter the highest realm, enlightenment, immortality. Very good. Then you must strive to cultivate. Disciple seems to understand a little. It's good that you understand. Zhao Yan'er nodded, half understanding. As if thinking of something, she said. Is Master going to continue accepting disciples? Lu Zhao's gaze fell on the piece of paper he just wrote on. Huh. So that's it, Zhao Yan'er. Why did you ask Master about accepting disciples just now? What do you think is the reason? It's because our talents are very good. Each of us is a cultivation genius, Zhao Yan'er said confidently. Lu Zhao shook his head. Look closely at this paper. What is the meaning of your names? Zhao Yan'er thought for a long time but couldn't see any meaning, so she had to shake her head. Lu Zhao laughed heartily, inwardly mocking that damned heavenly Dao. Shameless indeed. Hai Shang Sheng Ming Yu, Tian Ya Gong Qi Shi, which means a bright moon rises from the sea. All share this moment from the horizon. These are the first two lines of Zhang Juling's poem, Thinking of Distant Loved Ones While Watching the Moon, from the Tang Dynasty. Zhao Yan'er was still dazed and confused, not understanding at all, but when she heard these two lines of poetry, she clapped her hands and said, "What beautiful poetry." Right after clapping, Zhao Yan'er seemed to understand something. Her eyes turned towards the 9 names on the blank paper. Aren't these 2 lines of poetry pieced together from the 9 disciples' names? Did Master accept those disciples because of this poem? But it seems like one character is missing. Zhao Yan'er scratched her head, feeling a little unbelievable. Lu Zhao also couldn't believe that the Heavenly Dao was that kind of person. It's true that one character is still missing from the disciples' names. If the Heavenly Dao accepted disciples based on this poem, then clearly his standard wasn't some kind of talent, but their names. It's just that Lu Zhao searched his memory. This world doesn't seem to be the same as his previous life, so where did this poem come from? Could the Heavenly Dao also be a transmigrator? At the same time, the crowd looked up at the sky, seeing something flashing by, and curiously asked each other, "Look, what is that? An immortal? A birdman?" 4th disciple, Ming Xiyin, flew through the air, his eyes observing the earth and sky, his face full of smugness. "It's rare to leave Golden Court Mountain once. I must have a good time." Ming Xiyin's figure swept across the sky above Gangzi town, causing the common people below to shout loudly, "A bunch of ants!" Yet they are so surprised. "Today your young master is in a good mood. I must go find some beauties." Just as he was about to dive down, he suddenly remembered his master's words, and hurriedly stopped, muttering to himself, "Forget it. Master has recently taken a liking to playing new tunes. I should still follow the old man's wishes. Ahem. Then I shall do good and take the gold, silver, and jewels of those bandits as a reward for you." Ming Xinyan opened his brocade bag and poured it out. On a street in Gangzi town, banknotes and gold and silver jewelry rained down on the ground. "Ha, your young master also wants to be a big spender once." Ming Xinyan originally wanted to take the money to enjoy beauties, but since he wasn't going, keeping the money was useless. He didn't lack spending money anyway. The people in the town avoided the strange objects falling down. "Something is falling down! Run away!" When they clearly saw that what was all over the ground was gold and silver jewelry, they all rushed in to snatch it. "It's gold! Banknotes!" In just a moment, the money was all picked up. The people looked up at the sky, seeing a figure flying away in the distance, and all knelt down on the ground and worshipped. "Thank you, Bodhisattva. Thank you, living Bodhisattva. Thank you, heaven." Just as Zhao Yan'er was massaging Lu Zhao's shoulders on the rocking chair, the system notified. Ding! Received 35 sincere worshippers. Harvested 350 merit points. Lu Zhao nodded slightly, softly muttered, "Children are indeed easy to teach, master. What did you just say?" After a while, Ming Xiyin didn't go flower picking, but continued to fly west. He flew for half a day, before landing in a forest outside Yijiao City. Ferocious Tiger Ridge should be here. He took out a map from his chest, looked at it carefully, and then put it away. The scenery is beautiful, quiet and secluded. The misty fog loomed, vaguely visible but revealed a dangerous feeling. Fearsome beasts could suddenly appear from any corner. But these things were not intimidating to a Divine Tribunal Realm expert. Ordinary fierce beasts have no way to resist a Divine Tribunal Realm expert. "Old Eighth, your senior brother has come to visit you," he said as he walked. 10 Zhang with each step, drifting into the mountains and forests like a ghost. Inside Ferocious Tiger Ridge, camp leader Zhu Honggong was blankly falling asleep. Camp leader, a cultivator, is requesting an audience outside the mountain camp. "Tell him to scram. Don't disturb my sleep. He hasn't had a good night's sleep in days. He's been living in fear. It's hard to get a peaceful sleep." The subordinate continued to report. "That person said what? Tell me. Castrate him and feed him to the fierce beasts. Ha ha." A burst of hearty laughter came from outside, the sound wave shaking the entire mountain camp. This was clearly made by a cultivator with powerful cultivation. Zhu Honggong suddenly opened his eyes wide, his mouth crooked. Could it be that Old Man Master has come to clean up the sect? Oh my god! His legs went weak, and he fell off the chair. "Haha, why is Old Eighth so scared?" Ming Xiyin's figure fluttered into the mountain bandits of Ferocious Tiger Ridge. Even though most were cultivators, how could they withstand someone as powerful as Ming Xiyin's senior brother? Zhu Honggong patted his chest, letting out a sigh of relief. "Phew, I thought Master Old Man was here. Turns out it's 4th senior brother." "You still have the nerve to call me senior brother?" Zhu Honggong chuckled. Hey, senior brother, are you here to join the fierce tiger gang? I told you long ago that Golden Court Mountain isn't livable. It's no place for people to live. As long as you come, I'll give you the position of vice gang leader. Ming Shiyin wasn't so easily swayed. He immediately retorted. Cut the crap, old 8. Zhu Honggong froze. Huh, you want me to join your crappy place? No way, Ming Shiyin strutted forward. The lackeys of the mountain stronghold on both sides tried to block him, but one glare from him sent them scrambling back several steps in fright. Ming Shiyin walked up to Zhu Honggong and barked, "Get out of the way!" Zhu Honggong immediately ordered his subordinates to move, move, move. They obediently replied like puppies, "Yes, yes." Then Zhu Honggong turned to Ming Shiyin, grinning. "Please have a seat, senior brother." Ming Shiyin then said, "I have a mission for you. Investigating here at your place." "Mission? What mission?" Zhu Honggong instantly panicked. Ming Shiyin sat in the gang leader's chair, eyes filled with arrogance as he said, "The kidnapping and extortion case involving the Shu family in Anyang City, did you do it?" "No way. It has nothing to do with me," Ming Shiyin pressed. "Really has nothing to do with it." Zhu Honggong raised 3 fingers, swearing. "Really, I swear, the Shu family are relatives of Little Junior's sister. I'd have to be a complete animal to mess with Little Junior's sister. I've already killed off those bandits. Their accomplice was a Qi condensation cultivator who revealed the fierce tiger gang before he died. Are you saying I framed you?" Zhu Honggong frowned upon hearing this, saying, "Since I founded the fierce tiger gang, I've offended many cultivators from the righteous sects in order to gain a foothold. I suspect someone wants to frame me. I don't care. You have to come back with me to see Master." Mentioning Master, Zhu Honggong's chubby face instantly trembled, and he collapsed to the ground. He tearfully grabbed Ming Shiyin's hand. "Please, 4th senior brother, isn't Master injured? Just turn a blind eye to me. Why be so serious? Anyway, you'll be leaving Golden Court Mountain sooner or later." Ming Shiyin glared at him and scolded. "Shut up. Someone like you, who betrays their master and ancestors, dares to say such rebellious words in front of me. Kneel down." Thump thump, Zhu Honggong immediately and obediently kowtowed. At the same time, the system notified Lu Ju, disciplined Zhu Honggong, gained 200 merit points. Please continue to discipline. Lu Ju slightly raised his head to look west, stroking his beard and saying, "This 4th is really interesting." Zhu Honggong hurriedly prostrated himself, not daring to say much. "4th senior brother, I was wrong. A few days ago, Master defeated the 10 nascent soul realm experts. You must have heard about it. With just that alone, you still dare to be disrespectful to Master." His words carried many hidden meanings, both to warn old 8 and to let him know that Master's cultivation had not regressed at all, but had instead increased. "Your carefree days are over." Zhu Honggong took out a letter from his chest, then kowtowed and handed it to Ming Shiyin. "4th senior brother, this is a letter from 7th senior brother. He might be able to give you some advice." Ming Shiyin suspiciously opened the letter to read, his brows furrowed halfway through. Zhu Honggong continued, "7th senior brother said that Master's realm is the great perfection of the nascent soul realm peak. 200 years ago, he wanted to break through several times but failed. When facing the encirclement of the 10 great experts, someone personally saw Master injured, so how could his cultivation have recovered?" Ming Shiyin frowned. "Lao Chi's meaning is that Master is using some kind of secret medicine." "That's right," Zhu Honggong slowly said. "4th senior brother, we all know the strength of our 1st senior brother. It's no less than Master's, but why has 1st senior brother never dared to attack Master all these years?" Ming Shiyin threw the letter aside, saying, "Master still hides many trump cards that we don't know about, but this won't last much longer. No matter how many trump cards the old man has, he will eventually be unable to overcome the inevitable disaster, and Master will die sooner or later." Ming Shiyin looked at Zhu Honggong in surprise. "Haha, old 8. Lao Chi didn't mention these words in the letter at all. Who told you? Someone with a pig brain like you could think of something like this. 4th senior brother, it's not right for you to humiliate me like that. I have a little brain too. Come on, saying you have a pig brain is insulting the pig," Ming Shiyin said angrily. "Was it 6th junior sister or 2nd senior brother?" Zhu Honggong innocently said, "I really thought of it myself." "Whatever, don't want to say it, then don't. Look at how scared you are." Ming Shiyin stepped down the stairs, smiling. "I've already thought about the words in the letter, but I'm different from you guys. I'm still someone who respects my master and values the Tao." Zhu Honggong was puzzled. "Master has been in secluded cultivation on the mountain during this time. I guess he won't be leaving for the time being. You should stay obediently in the fierce tiger gang. Don't cause trouble everywhere. It's lucky for you that Master didn't order me to execute you." Zhu Honggong was overjoyed and kowtowed vigorously, saying, "Thank you so much, 4th senior brother. Also, you need to thoroughly investigate the matter of the bandits, so I can report it back to Master. What senior brother said is right. I will definitely investigate it thoroughly." Ming Shiyin took steps covering Ten Zhang, leaving only after images, disappearing without a trace in the blink of an eye. "Farewell, senior brother." As soon as Ming Shiyin left Fierce Tiger Ridge, Zhu Honggong trembled. He wiped the cold sweat from his face, and his legs shook uncontrollably. A subordinate saw this and quickly shouted, "Chief, what's wrong? Quick, help the chief to change his pants." "No, nothing. Everyone needs to stay calm. Don't panic." That was really dangerous. 7th senior brother is absolutely right. At the same time, in the Liang Pavilion, Lu Jiao sat cross-legged in cultivation. He had been trying to cultivate for half a day, but he found that his disciples' cultivation methods were not suitable for him and could not generate energy. In other words, the cultivation methods given by the system were only suitable for each individual disciple. He had no choice but to shake his head. His experience with his disciples' cultivation methods was not of much use to him. Lu Jiu also wondered if it was due to his transmigrator status, but he quickly dismissed the thought. The body was still Ji Tiandao's old body. His meridians, Dantian, and Qi Si were all fine. So how could he not generate energy? It could be due to his old age, and the way his meridians circulated had changed significantly compared to before. Ji Tiandao's strength had been declining because of his age, and his threat to his disciples had diminished, which was why they betrayed him. Sigh, I'm a young man in my early 20s, but I have to pretend to be a frail old man, keep a steady mind, and act like an old geezer. It's so uncomfortable, but I can't not pretend. It would be abnormal if he acted like a child at his age. It seems I need to accumulate more life points. Let's see how many merit points I have left. Merit points. 104. Remaining lifespan. 1209 days. Only 1,000 merit points. That's a little too few. At the current rate of accumulation, it will be difficult to restore my youthful appearance. He remembered that when Old Fourth killed the bandits, his merit points increased significantly, and he also received a lot of merit points from people kneeling and worshipping him respectfully. Lu Zhao called out loudly. Yanher, Xiao Yanher flew over and cupped her hands in salute. This disciple is here. Lu Zhao said calmly. What news is there from the outside world recently? Xiao Yanher replied. From today onwards, if there are any major events in the Great Yan world, I must report them to you in a timely manner, Master. This disciple stays on Golden Court Mountain all day and cannot know what is happening in the world. I'm afraid only 7th Senior Brother knows. His dark net spans the entire world and has formed contact points for exchanging information everywhere. Xiao Yanher was suspicious in her heart. Master, you never ask about worldly affairs. Why are you suddenly interested in major events in the world? Lu Zhao continued indifferently. The problem is this. There is a town called Gengzi, closest to Golden Court Mountain, where there is a post station, where cultivators often stop to rest, and cultivators often share information with each other. Some people even pay to buy information. From now on, you can go there for half a day, every day to listen, and you can leave Golden Court Mountain. Zhao Yanher was extremely happy and cupped her hands, saying, Is Master serious? Lu Zhao glanced at her. Are you so happy? Are you feeling wronged being on the mountain? Xiao Yanher replied cleverly. No, this disciple is just a little bored because I haven't been out for a long time. Lu Zhao waved his hand. Then go. Remember not to reveal your identity at will, and do not kill people without permission. Zhao Yanher asked in a low voice. What if others bully me? Lu Zhao thought to himself. Being bullied? Is that even possible? Then Lu Zhao did not forget to flick Xiao Yanher on the head. If you don't offend me, I won't offend you. If you offend me, I will definitely offend you. Understand, I'm letting you go. Why are you talking so much nonsense? This disciple understands. Then go. This disciple respectfully obeys Master's orders. Zhao Yanher flew off Golden Court Mountain as happily as a lark. Lu Zhao could not help but envy. When will I be able to fly through the air like her? The Liang Pavilion became quiet again. Lu Zhao began to think about what to do next. Golden Court Mountain, although it is the lair of a great devil, is not necessarily free from people who want to assassinate him like Zhu Jifeng. Just at this moment, third disciple Duanmu Sheng stood under the steps of the Liang Pavilion and bowed, saying, Master, this disciple has restored 3 array zones, and there are 5 more zones that need to be restored. Lu Zhao muttered. 5 more zones. He originally wanted the 3 disciples to repair together. But now that 2 of them are out on missions, only Old Third is left. It's really a bit difficult. The formation needs a lot of energy. Although Duanmu Sheng has extremely high cultivation, he can't let all 8 array zones constantly absorb his energy. Master, at this rate this disciple is afraid that I will be unable to complete the task alone, Duanmu Sheng said while slightly raising his head to secretly probe his master's attitude. Lu Zhao's voice suddenly became icy cold. You disobey your teacher, and I punish you to restore the formation. Are you inwardly dissatisfied? This disciple dares not, Lu Zhao thought. They dare to complain about being punished, to repair the formation. At this critical moment, I must not be lenient. Managing disciples is the same as managing subordinates in my previous life. The essence is the same, Lu Zhuao said sternly. If you can't fix it in 1 year, then fix it in 2 years. If you still can't fix it in 2 years, then fix it in 3 years. If you continue to object, I will definitely not spare you. This disciple is lazy. This disciple knows his mistake. And now this disciple will continue to repair the formation. Seeing Duanmu Sheng fly away like an arrow, Lu Zhao envied again. When will I be able to? After Duanmu Sheng left, Lu Zhao opened the system panel again. Draw a lottery, consuming 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck point +1. Draw a lottery, consuming 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck point +1. He drew 10 more times. All of them were. Thank you for participating in the game, consuming a total of 500 merit points. Lu Zhu's eyebrows furrowed. And his luck points had reached 18. System, can't you have a little conscience? You've scammed so many of my merit points. Don't you feel any remorse? The system didn't bother to answer. He now only had 504 merit points left. Lu Zhao did not continue to draw a lottery, but opened the store and bought a reversal card, consuming 500 merit points, reward, 1 reversal card. In just a flash, he only had 4 merit points left. Great use. After using the reversal card many times, Lu Zhu had become very calm. He looked at the life point panel, and sure enough, his lifespan had increased to 10,509 days. All the points are used up, so there's nothing to worry about anymore. Am I just waiting to die now? Lu Zhuhao suddenly felt bored. It was difficult for his old bones to do anything, unlike in his previous life where old people could play chess, cards, or walk their dogs in the park. Sing. Task. Incite Zhu Jifeng to complete his task. Reward 1,000 merit points. Zhu Jifeng's hatred value becomes 0. Loyalty +10. Killed 2 elders, rewarded with 200 merit points. Lu Zhao's eyes lit up. He clenched his fists and rejoiced. Zhao Yu did a great job. Talk about perfect timing. Just when I was dozing off, someone brought me a pillow. Just as he was happy, a figure glided through the air from the bottom of the mountain to the top. Lu Zhao looked over. It was Ming Xiyin returning. Your disciple is fortunate not to have disgraced his mission. I have completed the task and returned to report to master. When Lu Zhao saw Ming Xiyin, his brows furrowed. Ming Xiyin's loyalty had actually dropped to 58. Something was definitely up. Lu Zhao remained calm and listened to his disciple's report. Ming Xiyin continued. After killing the bandits, your disciple sent a letter to report the news, then went to see 8th junior brother, Du Meng. Didn't you go see the traitor Zhu Honggong? Your disciple taught him a lesson. Hearing this, Lu Zhao was speechless. After finishing his report, he waited silently for Lu Zhao's reply. Seeing Lu Zhao's expression indifferent, as if pondering something, he added, Every word your disciple speaks is the truth. I would never dare to lie. Lu Zhao looked satisfied. You've done a good job completing the mission. Thank you for your praise, master. But as soon as these words came out, Ming Xiyin immediately became nervous, his heart trembling, and looked towards his master. Lu Zhao continued. How far has the investigation into the kidnapping of little junior sister's clansmen gone? This matter is still under investigation. Zhu Honggong said he wasn't involved in this matter. Your disciple thinks about it, and it's true that he has no reason to do so, especially since those are little junior sister's clansmen. Although he betrayed the sect, your disciple feels that he wouldn't dare to do such a beastly thing. Lu Zhao nodded. What you say makes sense. What else? What else? Ming Xiyin was startled. He said, then he continued. Your disciple has assigned Zhu Honggong to investigate thoroughly. Otherwise, your disciple will not spare him. Lu Zhao pressed. You went to 8th junior brother. It couldn't have just been to talk about these things, right? Ming Xiyin was extremely nervous. Could it be that master has the eyes of heaven, seeing everything in the world? How is this possible? His own cultivation is also profound. How could he not detect anything he could admit to? Only the matter of harboring treacherous intentions. He would hide from master even in death. There's really nothing else to speak of like that. Lu Zhao knew that he wouldn't easily confess, so he shook his head and said, Forget it. If you don't want to say, I won't force you. You did well in this mission. Go help your 3rd senior brother repair the formation. I'll call you if I need anything. Your disciple obeys. Ming Xiyin glanced around, not seeing Xiao Yansher's figure. He was about to retreat when he suddenly stopped and asked, Where is little junior sister? Lu Zhao said. Don't ask about things that don't concern you. Your disciple understands. Lu Zhao picked up a classic text on the tea table to read. This was something from the Dark Heaven Pavilion. Other than this, there's nothing else he can do. But Ming Xiyin didn't immediately retreat. Lu Zhao glanced at him. Sure enough, his loyalty is dropping. This guy has something on his mind. Right now, Lu Zhao still had a fatal strike block and a peak form card. Was he planning to imitate Zhu Jifeng and assassinate his master? Lu Zhao said calmly. Ming Xiyin, do you have anything else? Ming Xiyin stepped forward, knelt on the ground, and clasped his hands. Master, your disciple's Azure Wood Sutra has been cultivated to the final level, but no matter how I cultivate, I can't comprehend the essence of this final level. Please enlighten me. Lu Zhao thought to himself, this guy is intentionally probing him. Lu Zhao knew that Ji Tiandao had deliberately not taught Ming Xiyin the full incantation of the Azure Wood Sutra. If he told him, with the talent of these evil disciples, they would break through soon. Lu Zhao coughed. Fourth, the most taboo thing in the path of cultivation is wavering and restlessness. Those who have cultivated to great success, who hasn't spent hundreds of years of boring cultivation, who hasn't endured torment for so many years. I remember, you've only broken through for less than 60 years, and you're already rushing to reach the sky in one step. Lu Zhao thought to himself, when danger comes, it would be me that suffers. Ming Xiyin hesitated. This, Lu Zhao continued. Moreover, the more you cultivate later, the more you need enlightenment. Your comprehension isn't bad. Don't let yourself get lost, worrying all the time. Hearing this, Ming Xiyin immediately knelt down and said, Thank you for your enlightenment, master. Your disciple is ignorant. Ming Xiyin looked up and continued. Your disciple also has a fist technique. Recently I feel that something is wrong. Please point out 1 or 2 things, master. Lu Zhao's eyes looked towards Ming Xiyin. That evil disciple must have heard some slander from 8th junior brother and became suspicious, coming back here to probe me. Lu Zhao has no means now, and he can't waste a precious peak form card just to demonstrate a few fist techniques. But if he refuses, it will make him even more suspicious. If he agrees, how should he guide him? Asking a mystic connection realm expert to guide a divine tribunal realm expert is like asking a child to fight an adult, and he can't waste a precious peak form card just to demonstrate fist techniques for him. Ming Xiyin called out again. Master, Lu Zhu asked. What's wrong? Ming Xiyin knelt and said, Your disciple always feels that this fist technique can't unleash its greatest power, and when I strike, I always feel restrained. Lu Zhao nodded, and walked out of the Liang Pavilion. Show it to me. Ming Xiyin slowly stood up. Your disciple obeys. He wore a green robe, and his long hair fluttered in the wind, looking eye-catching. He stood up straight, lightly tapped his toes, his whole body flew out of the Liang Pavilion, light as a swallow, extremely dashing and handsome. Ming Xiyin struck out with fists like a whirlwind in the air, leaving after-images. A left fist, a right fist, surging waves of air erupted. The entire sky contained enormous energy. After throwing a bunch of punches, Ming Xiyin floated in the air. Master, it's this punch right here. Lu Zhao didn't even flinch. He grimaced, thinking to himself, You dare to punch me. He stared right at Ming Yin. Thousands upon thousands of punches converged in the air, attacking head-on at one spot. Boom! The energy slammed into the cliff face, sending rocks flying everywhere, and blasting a massive hole. That's one heck of a punch. Ming Yin landed back on the ground. After a long while, the falling rocks finally stopped, restoring peace to the Liang Pavilion. Please, master, point out my mistakes. Honestly, Lu Zhao couldn't see a darn thing. With his current cultivation, how could he possibly see Ming Yin's punching speed? It was ridiculously fast, like hundreds of punches in a single second. How was he supposed to give pointers? Lu Zhu started digging through old bastard Ji Tiandao's memories. This fist technique was indeed taught to Ming Yin by Ji Tiandao. Of course. Ji Tiandao also held back the final part of the incantation. There's nothing wrong with Ming Yin's punch, it's just missing the final supporting incantation, which is why the power is greatly reduced. After all, this is a matter of choice. If all knowledge is taught to the disciples, then the master starves. Lu Zhao paused for a moment, then said calmly, "Your punch has already been cultivated to its essence. There are no problems." Ming Yin nodded. Yes. With a HMPH, Lu Zhao coldly raised his hand, pressing, "Fourth? Do you know what you did wrong?" Ming Yin was sweating bullets, quickly kneeling down. Disciple knows his mistake. Lu Zhao snorted and sighed. "I taught you how to cultivate, but I didn't teach you how to be a person. Your tricks might fool kids, but you dare to deceive your master." Ming Yin kowtowed. Disciple knows his mistake. Disciple would never dare to deceive master. Cold sweat poured down him, his back was soaking wet. Ming Yin always felt that everything he did at Old Eighth's place fell into Lu Zhao's eyes. Lu Zhao, in Ming Yin's mind, was truly an authentic old devil, able to see through everything. Lu Zhao channeled some energy into his voice. Third. Sure enough, Duan Musheng nearby stepped out slightly. He cupped his hands in a salute. Disciple greets master. "If you're here, then watch openly. Did you think I wouldn't notice you hiding in the corner?" Duan Musheng felt guilty too, kneeling on the ground, kowtowing repeatedly. Disciple knows his mistake. Seeing Duan Musheng and Ming Yin trembling, Lu Zhao realized just how deeply Jian Tiandao had planted the seeds of fear in their heads. If this was a normal devil, they'd have probably jumped up in revolt already, Lu Zhao said calmly. "Third, it's good that you're here. Fourth has some problems with his fist technique. You two should study it together. Cultivation issues can't be taken lightly." Hearing Lu Zhao's words, Duan Musheng turned to look at Ming Yin. Duan Musheng was overjoyed and hurriedly said, "Disciple obeys. Disciple will definitely help fourth senior brother find the problem." Ming Yin secretly thought, "What the heck is this? Completely not an opponent." He stood up and looked at Ming Yin, who was showing an unpleasant expression. Ming Yin wanted to cry, but no tears came out. Master even has this move. Can he refuse? Could he? He was absolutely no match for third senior brother. Maester is getting craftier and craftier. He used to beat people up himself, but now he knows how to use senior brothers to beat him. Duan Musheng immediately grabbed Ming Yin's hand and ran off. "Fourth, let's go." Senior brother, be gentle." The two left the Liang Pavilion. Inside the Liang Pavilion finally restored to peace, Lu Zhao sat cross-legged and continued to rest. Finally, Ming Yin began to have doubts. At this rate, Ming Yin would soon find an excuse to spar with him. When it was impossible to avoid, it would waste a peak state card. Once there was one time, there would be a second. Ji Tiandao could stand in an unparalleled position, not only because his cultivation was profound, but also because of the killer moves and trump cards provided by the system. This was precisely what the 9 disciples and the righteous faction in the world were wary of. It's a pity that now, apart from the 2 peak state cards as trump cards, he had nothing else. Continuing like this was not a good method. In the afternoon, while Lu Zhao was snoring on his chair, Xiao Yanjie returned to the Liang Pavilion. "Reporting for duty, master." Lu Zhao nodded, signaling her to sit down opposite him. Xiao Yanjie understood and sat down in front of him, cupping her hands and saying, "Master, I sat for half a day at the post station in Gengzi town and indeed gained a lot of information. After Master defeated the 10 great experts, internal strife is occurring in the 10 great sects. It is said that no one dares to recruit disciples recently. After Luo Chengfeng's death, the Heavenly Sword sect has also become chaotic like snakes without a head. The chief disciple, Zhu Jifeng, has left the Heavenly Sword sect. These were all within Lu Juju's expectations." Continue. "The other sects have all become obedient. Only first senior brother and second senior brother know that they have misspoke." She shook her head repeatedly. Shi, the leader of the Yoming sect, has sent people everywhere to inquire about news of Golden Court Mountain. Xiao Yanxie stuck out her tongue and said, "The leader of the Yoming sect, Yu Zhenghai, seems very wary of master." Hearing this, Lu Zhao snorted and laughed. "I taught him so much, making him the feared leader of the Yoming sect. His cultivation also reached the peak of the great perfection of the nascent soul realm. But he can't do anything to me." Xiao Yanhe clapped her hands. "Master is amazing. Master is divinely powerful." He deliberately said this loudly for Duan Musheng and Ming Yin to hear. After all, these two were the most prone to suspicion. It was necessary to wake them up a bit when needed. Yanker, continue. Yes, Xiao Yan'er began to recount the information that she knew, like the back of her hand. Such as, whose house burned down, whose dog got lost. The more Lu Zhao listened, the more he frowned. Yanher, only talk about important matters related to cultivators. Matters of the secular world don't need to be reported. Yes. Xiao Yanher thought for a moment. and then said some major events that had occurred recently, such as which sect in the cultivation world was destroyed, which country was too weak and was seized, or some experts were robbed and killed. She reported for a full 20 minutes. Lu Zhu couldn't help but be amazed by Xiao Yanche's memory. This little girl was young but had an amazing memory and extremely high adaptability. Also, it's lucky that she hasn't picked up bad habits. Otherwise, Lu Xiao really wouldn't have anyone trustworthy to use. Call your senior brothers here. Yes. Zhao Yanhe walked out of the Liang Pavilion, diligently completing her mission, teaching Ming Shiyin, reward 200 merit points, teaching disciples. It's truly a long journey with a heavy burden. Lu Zhao stood up, his hands behind his back, looking at the scenery outside the Liang Pavilion, unsure whether transmigrating here was a blessing or a curse. If there was a grand convention for the most miserable transmigrators, Lu Zhao believed that he could win the championship. Not long after, Xiao Yanche led Ming Shiyin and Duan Musheng into the Liang Pavilion. Master, master. Lu Zhao turned around and looked at the two disciples. He saw that Ming Xiyin's loyalty was still 59%, which showed that the recent lesson had temporarily convinced him. But in his heart, he still suspected his master. Duan Musheng was a little better. His loyalty remained stable at 65%. Only Zhao Yan'er's loyalty was still quite high, and Lu Zhao was very relieved with her. I called you here because I have some things I want you to do. Duan Musheng bowed and said, Please instruct, master. Your disciple will serve wholeheartedly. Ming Shiyin was speechless at Duan Musheng's attitude. Zhu Jifeng, of the Heavenly Sword sect, has rebelled. You are responsible for monitoring and investigating him. With his current status and position, it wouldn't be difficult for him to join a new sect. Report any news as soon as possible. Task announcement. Monitor Zhu Jifeng, Executor. Duan Musheng. Your disciple is here. Fourth, this master is entrusting you with a rather special task. This master's life has been full of sins and wrongdoings, leading to 9 evil disciples whose notoriety shakes the world and who are reviled by all. This master wants you to clean up the sect. Clean up the sect? Ming Shiyin was startled. He hurriedly knelt down and said, Master, although your disciple has a divine court realm cultivation, I am still far inferior to senior brother Yu Zhenghai and second senior brother Yu Shangrong. Even junior sister Ye Tiangxin, who possesses the heavenly grade treasure, the amorous ring, has killed countless people and is probably already at the peak of the divine court realm. Lu Zhao knew he was telling the truth. These disciples betrayed the sect because they relied on their weapons and their terrifying cultivation, occupying a territory and becoming notorious devils. Duan Musheng, Ming Shiyin, and Zhao Yue didn't leave simply because Jian Tiandao deliberately left a move, not giving them complete weapons and cultivation methods. The eldest, Yu Zhenghai, possesses the heavenly grade treasure, the jade green blade, which cuts iron like mud. Even if he encounters an enemy with a dharma body of the same level, he can use the jade green blade to its fullest extent, even shattering their dharma body. The second, Yu Shangrong, possesses the heavenly grade treasure, the longevity sword. It's said that this sword generates a trace of energy every time it kills someone, becoming more and more powerful. After the sword and wielder become one, it may even be possible to discover the secret of longevity. The sixth disciple, Ye Tiangxin, possesses the heavenly grade treasure, the amorous ring. Before Zhao Yanhe joined the sect, Ye Tiangxin was Ji Tiandao's favorite disciple. The third and fourth didn't have treasures, but Ji Tiandao unfairly gave her a heavenly grade treasure, the amorous ring. Today, Ye Tiangxin is the palace mistress of the Dark Moon Palace. Compared to these 3 evil disciples, Ming Shiyin really can't handle them. Lu Zhu said calmly, Eighth is only a divine court realm controlling Dao. You are a divine court realm transformation Dao, so start with him, yes. The divine court realm has 3 levels: Foundation Dao, Controlling Dao, and Transformation Dao. Transformation Dao is the highest. The 8th disciple, Zhu Honggong, is only a divine court realm controlling Dao, and doesn't have a heavenly grade treasure to protect him. Lu Zhao pressed. Didn't you just meet the 8th disciple? Ming Xinyin said. Your disciple did go to Fierce Tiger Ridge, but 8th is a fool. Your disciple suspects he was bewitched by the eldest and second senior brothers to betray the sect. His crime is not worthy of death. Silence returned to the Liang Pavilion. Lu Zhao didn't speak immediately. He clasped his hands behind his back, turning away from Ming Shiyin. After a moment, Lu Zhao slowly turned back to face Ming Shiyin, his voice devoid of emotion. Come here, master! Ming Xiyin's whole body trembled. He had no choice but to stand up and walk towards Lu Zhao. The closer he got, the more nervous he became, his legs feeling like jelly, until he stood in front of Lu Zhao. Look into this master's eyes, master. Ming Xiyin's heart pounded, his face flushed. Your gaze is darting around, not fixed. You are very nervous. There is gang chi flowing around you. Are you afraid that this master will make a move against you? Thump! Ming Xiyin knelt down. Please forgive me, master. Your cultivation is unfathomable. Your disciple knows that I am no match. The defensive action was merely instinctive, not intentional. His forehead was covered in sweat. He was truly terrified by Lu Zhao. Lu Zhao looked at his appearance and couldn't help but sigh that the old devil's teaching method was only one thing: beatings. As a modern person, Lu Zhao clearly knew what the consequences of that behavior would be: fear and hatred. Until one day, when the disciples had enough power to resist their master, they would very likely kill him. In the 21st century, There were many cases of children raised with domestic violence, abandoning their parents when they grew up. Therefore, Lu Zhao didn't feel much anger towards the disciples who had betrayed him. This master knows what's on your mind. Now this master will give you a chance. He handed Ming Xiyin a piece of paper, on which was the final layer incantation of the Azure Woodheart Sutra. This master is giving it to you. With this cultivation method, your cultivation will advance further, who knows? You may even enter the nascent divinity realm. Ming Xinyin's eyes widened upon hearing this, his face filled with disbelief. In his heart, he kept thinking about whether he should take it or not. If it were the old routine, he would have at least had his arm broken for daring to take it. But since the master drove back the 10 great experts, his temper had changed greatly, and the routine had also been updated. So does that mean he is allowed to take it? Ming Xiyin swallowed a mouthful of saliva. Just as he was about to stand up, Lu Zhao took the piece of paper and placed it in his hand. Although Lu Zhao's strength hadn't recovered, he could still easily control a piece of paper. Ming Xiyin saw that it was indeed the final layer incantation of the Azure Woodheart Sutra, and was immediately overjoyed. He hurriedly kowtowed and said, "Thank you, Master, for your fulfillment. Your disciple will definitely do everything in my power to clean up the sect for Master." Loyalty increased by 10%, becoming 69%. Lu Zhao was very satisfied and nodded, tutoring Ming Xiyin, gaining 200 merit points. Lu Zhao didn't hear the system announce the task of cleaning up the sect, which showed that Ming Xinyin's current abilities couldn't complete this task. "All right, you may leave." "Yes." Ming Xinyin obediently retreated. Duan Musheng and Zhao Yanjie both showed envious expressions. Their eyes were all focused on Lu Zhao. Both of them wanted a weapon, but Ji Tiandao's props had all disappeared, and Lu Zhao couldn't reward them, so he said, "Complete the tasks that this master has entrusted to you, and this master will naturally not mistreat you." The two of them said in unison, "Your disciples obey." Duan Musheng cupped his fists and left the Liang Pavilion. "Master, I will go repair and restore the formation." Until Duan Musheng's figure disappeared, Zhao Yanjie pouted and said, "Master, I also want to go on a mission. You're still young and lack experience. Just stay by this master's side." After all, Lu Zhao still had to rely on her to protect him. "Master, isn't the mission related to Zhu Jifeng being carried out by senior sister Zhao Yue? Zhao Yu's style of work is too arbitrary and not cautious enough. She has completed the mission for 2 days and has not yet returned. How can we continue to entrust her with missions?" Xiao Yanhe asked in fearful disbelief. "Could it be that senior sister won't be coming back?" Xiao Yanhe felt unworthy for her master. She sulked and said, "How could senior sister Zhao Yue be that kind of person?" Lu Zhao shook his head and said, "Everyone has their own aspirations. This master is not angry with her." After sending back the letter reporting the mission, the Evil Sky Pavilion has not received any news about Zhao Yu again. Lu Zhao knew at that time that she probably wouldn't come back. She was like those disciples. They all chose to leave. He could understand why Zhao Yu had to do that. The fourth disciple, Ming Xiyin, only went out to work once, and his loyalty dropped below an acceptable level. That it must be that Zhao Yu had encountered a stronger bewitchment that made her choose to betray. Lu Zhao didn't feel angry at all. After all, this was all karma caused by Jian Tiandao. Teaching these disciples well was not something that could be done overnight. The most important thing Lu Zhao needed to do at this time was to quickly restore his vitality to increase his cultivation. Xiao Yanhe became more and more angry as she spoke. "Master, she's basically betraying the sect, so why are you sticking up for her?" Lu Zhao watched her puff up her cheeks looking all cute and said, "Since that's the case, in the next few days, remember to check with the postal station for news about Zhao Yu." Disciple understands. "I want to be alone. You should go cultivate." "Yes." Zhao Yanhe thought Lu Zhao was upset, so she obediently left the pavilion. At the same time, after grasping the final layer of the mind cultivation technique, Ming Xiyin and Duan Musheng met at the foot of the mountain. Duan Musheng, with a face full of envy, said, "Fourth junior brother, you really got lucky this time." Now, not only did Master not blame you, but he even gave you the final layer of the Greenwood Heart Sutra. Ming Xiyin crossed his arms and said, "I don't know what the old man is thinking either. Maybe I'm just overthinking it." Overthinking, Ming Xiyin didn't hide it, and said frankly, "I went to carry out a mission and completed it successfully, so it's only natural that Master would reward me." But, seventh junior brother said, "Master has some kind of secret medicine that can temporarily conceal his injuries, so I wanted to test the waters." Duan Musheng's expression changed upon hearing this. "You're really bold, Sing. It's too late to regret it now." Duan Musheng, full of disappointment that he couldn't hammer iron into steel, said, "Among the fellow disciples at Golden Court Mountain, only you are a bit smart now. How could you do such a stupid thing?" Even without seventh junior brother saying so, I could figure it out. If Master wasn't injured, and his cultivation was still at the Great Perfection Realm, what would he be doing stuck on the mountain? Ming Xiyin nodded repeatedly, understanding his master's personality. If his cultivation was still at its peak, he would have charged out long ago. During the great battle that day, he used so many powerful moves and was still fine. If it were a normal cultivator, how would they dare to expend their vital energy like that? Senior brother, the Greenwood Heart Sutra is something I've always pursued. Now that I have it, I believe it won't be long before I enter the Divine Court realm of great perfection, and perhaps even reach the nascent divinity realm like eldest and second senior brothers. But today, when I actually obtained it, I have an indescribable feeling. Ever since junior sister Tiangxin left the sect, Maester hasn't passed on the final layers of techniques to us, nor has he bestowed heavenly grade weapons. You're afraid Maester has ulterior motives, aren't you? That's exactly it. What does senior brother think? Ming Xiyin asked for advice. Duan Musheng said bluntly, "My advice to you is to obediently complete the tasks Master assigns. Think about it. The old man is currently suffering from injuries and tribulations, and his lifespan is running out. He can't afford to act ruthlessly towards us. Moreover, the 10 great sects have all suffered heavy losses, and no one dares to casually mess with our Golden Court Mountain. I believe that for a long time to come, Golden Court Mountain will still be our protective charm. That makes sense. Senior brother is truly wise. Hearing your words is like having my mind enlightened. Ming Shi Yin bowed to thank Duan Musheng. If he betrayed the sect after receiving the mind cultivation technique, he would not only anger Master but also risk being besieged by the entire Orthodox cultivation world. They are far from having the ability of eldest senior brother to establish their own sect. Staying at Golden Court Mountain is the best choice for now. Ding. Successfully guiding Ming Shi Yin, gaining 200 merit points. Ming Shi Yin's loyalty increased by 5%, Duan Musheng's loyalty increased by 5%. Lu Xiao, who was sitting upright in the pavilion, suddenly opened his eyes wide. He nodded and smiled. Ji Tiandao didn't dare to give out the final layer of the mind cultivation technique, but Lu Zhao dares. His path has just begun, while Ji Tiandao has reached the end of his life. He has no choice but to rely on this kind of method to control his disciples. But Lu Zhao doesn't need to. The 3 flowers gather on the crown requires 3,000 merit points. But I only have 1604, still a long way to go. Lu Zhao secretly wondered if he should continue waiting. Name: Lu Zhu race. Human cultivation. Profound connection realm I aperture dharma body. 2 phases creation merit points. 1604 remaining lifespan. 1209 days items. Ji Tiandao peak state card X2. Fatal blow block X3. White Z no. He can't wait. The functions of this body are too poor. He can't follow in Ji Tiandao's footsteps. Ji Tiandao's cultivation gradually declined because of his lifespan issues, and the reversal card is too expensive, costing 500 merit points per card. Then I'll draw a lottery first. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. He drew 5 times, consuming a total of 250 merit points, all of which were, thank you for participating in the game. Lu Zhao frowned unhappily and said, System, adding the 18 failed draws from the previous round, I've failed 23 times in total. Is there something wrong with your lottery odds? The system didn't bother to reply. Lu Zhao almost couldn't help but curse. There are only 784 merit points left. I'll draw 2 more times and then buy a reversal card. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. Damn it, Lu Zhao cursed inwardly. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. I don't know if you guys feel this way, but the unluckier I am when playing a game of chance, the more I want to keep playing. For example, when playing cards late at night, I always say to myself, I'll go to sleep as soon as I win one hand. I'll draw 1 more time, and if I fail, I'll quit. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. 1 more time. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Thank you for participating in the game. Luck points +1. Merit points flew away in an instant. All of them were. Thank you for participating in the game, and his luck points had only reached 3. I get it. If this is what luck points are, then what is bad luck? Lu Zhao looked at the information panel again. He only had a few merit points left. Okay, I give up, and there's nothing I can do with the remaining points anyway. I can't afford anything. Draw. Ding. Consumed 50 merit points. Consumed 33 luck points. Obtained cultivation technique. 3 volumes of heavenly book. Dharma body. 3 flowers gather on the crown. Reversal card X10. Lu Zhao looked at it with a question mark. Lu Zhao looked at the system notification in shock. The less you expect, the easier it is to win. Lu Zhao calmed his excited mood. He looked at the pile of rewards and hooted. What a steal! If purchased in the store, the 3 flowers gather on the crown would cost 3,000 merit points, and a single reversal card would cost 500 merit points. Besides those things, he also obtained the cultivation technique. 3 volumes of heavenly book. He noticed that there was a cultivation technique column on the right side of the personal information panel. And there was indeed a set of 3 volumes of heavenly book glowing. With a slight thought, the 3 volumes of the heavenly book opened in turn, in order. The first volume is the heavenly book of humanity. The human volume is the opening volume of the trilogy, and is also called the 3 lives book. Cultivating to the extreme can break through life and death, and control reincarnation. Lu Zhao frowned. The contents below were all like symbols that people had drawn randomly. He couldn't understand a single word. He couldn't even understand the first volume, let alone the second and third. Lu Zhao wanted to open them to see, but the system only showed gray and couldn't be opened. 2. You really live up to your name, heavenly book. I can't understand it. Lu Zhu looked at the 10 reversal cards. If 1 card gives about 300 days of lifespan, then 10 cards are almost 10 years of lifespan. This is a real windfall. Use 10 reversal cards. They disappeared, one after another, and a vortex of energy gathered above the pavilion, constantly pouring into Lu Zhao's body. Lu Zhao felt that his life force was being restored, and was much fuller than before. He felt himself becoming stronger. The originally wrinkled skin suddenly became smoother, and the slow movements became slightly lighter than before. 3,000 days of lifespan were like pouring tenacious vitality into a withered body. Lu Zhao was immersed in this feeling of relaxation. He hadn't enjoyed such a comfortable feeling since he transmigrated. A feeling of youth. A head of white hair also turned into a head of dark black hair. Lu Zhao sensed the vitality coming from his Qi Si and Dantian. The two phases creation Dharma body brought energy overflowing in the Dantian. Although he couldn't compare to the feeling when using the peak state card, it was still much stronger than normal. The three flowers gather on the crown Dharma body also raised his realm to the second level of condensation stage, Qi refining transforming into spirit. Name: Lu Zhao Race, human cultivation, Qi condensation realm, Qi refining to spirit transformation merit points, 54 avatars. Three flowers gather on crown remaining lifespan, 4,209 days items. Peak state card. Ji Tiandao X2. Fatal Blow Block X3 passive, by Z Techniques. 3 volumes of Heavenly Book reminder. The cultivation method of the Heavenly Book differs from any other technique in the cultivation world. Extraordinary power is obtained through the host's own comprehension. Comprehending the Heavenly Book requires this. Even though Lu Zhao can't cultivate the techniques already in his head, he still remembers all the knowledge and experiences. This method of cultivating the Heavenly Book is really one of a kind. In the Great Yan Dynasty, cultivation starts from the body tempering realm. You train your tendons and bones in the body tempering realm, and after 9 levels you break through to the profound connection realm, train the 5 senses, and enter the Qi condensation realm. Breaking through the 3 stages of Qi condensation leads to the Brahma Sea realm, and opening the 8 meridians of the Brahma Sea will enter the Divine Court realm. Starting from the Divine Court realm, you're finally a real cultivator. Great cultivators have 3 levels: Divine Court realm, Nascent Soul realm, and Profound Heaven realm. Throughout history, cultivators who can enter the Profound Heaven realm exist only in legends. No one has ever met one. It's said that only by breaking through to the Profound Heaven realm can you break the limitations of lifespan. Achieving immortality with heaven and earth, Ji Tiandao was just one step away, but he suddenly died in Liangting. What a pity. Thinking about it now, this transmigration thing might not be as bad as he thought. Open the quest log. Current main quest: discipline the evil disciples, branch quest 1. Discipline the 8th disciple, Zhu Honggong, and prevent him from doing evil, branch quest 2. Investigate Zhu Jifeng, executor, Duanmu Sheng. So right now, disciplining the evil disciples and assigning tasks are the 2 fastest and most important ways to earn merit points, Lu Zhao muttered, thinking about how to get more merit points. Just as Lu Zhao was thinking, a reminder suddenly came from his ear. Ding! Evil disciple Zhao Yue's loyalty has dropped to 0%. She has betrayed the sect. Lu Zhao had already anticipated this. Although he was mentally prepared, Lu Zhao still sighed when he heard the system's reminder. Now only 3 disciples are left in the Golden Court Mountain, and the 8th disciple, Zhu Honggong, seems to be a fool. In theory, he should be the easiest to discipline. So why doesn't he have any loyalty at all now? Lu Zhao thought suspiciously. According to Ming Xinyan's report, behind the 8th disciple, the 7th one must be casting spells to confuse him. The 7th one is good at scheming. If you want to gain a foothold in the cultivation world, you must have a good relationship with the big brother and the second brother. He is still not capable enough to teach these disciples. Only by improving his own strength can he deter the evil disciples and cultivators of the righteous path. But his current cultivation is too low. This is a little difficult. Lu Zhao shook his head. Golden Court Mountain is too big of a target. After thinking for a while, Lu Zhao decided to comprehend the Heavenly Book first. Lu Zhao secluded himself in the Dark Heaven Pavilion for 2 days to comprehend the Heavenly Book, and Zhao Yanjie guarded outside the Dark Heaven Pavilion waiting for her master to leave seclusion. At the same time, in the Moon Reflection Palace, behind a white screen as white as snow, the master of the Moon Reflection Palace, Ye Tiangxin, lay reclining. The feather fan in her hand gently swaying, her graceful figure and delicate skin, exquisite little face. It's hard to imagine that this palace master is the 6th disciple of the great demon Ji Tiandao, Ye Tiangxin, who ranks 9th on the blacklist. She opened her eyes, looked at the figure standing outside the screen, and said with a smile, "Senior sister should have left Golden Court Mountain earlier. You shouldn't have waited until now." The person standing outside is the 5th disciple of the great demon Ji Tiandao, Zhao Yu, who ranks 28th on the blacklist. Zhao Yu said, "Alas, I don't have such good luck as my junior sister. I thought I could get some good stuff from that old man, but I didn't expect this immortal to give up even one thing. Since you left, he no longer trusts us." Ye Tiangxin giggled and said, "I advised you before, senior sister. Although you entered the sect earlier than me, you don't see some things clearly. This old guy is hiding so many treasures, it's a pity that these treasures will have to go into the grave with him." Ye Tiangxin laughed very heartily. "I can give you a suggestion," Zhao Yue asked. "Oh, what is it?" "The old man always dotes on his little junior sister. You can use the little junior sister to test the old man's bottom line. The 3rd and 4th have different intentions. The old man certainly cannot completely trust them. Only the little junior sister has always been by his side, protecting him. Even if the old man has secret medicines and trump cards, these dead things can never be compared with living people from beginning to end." Zhao Yu was shocked when she heard this. To be honest, even if she had 10 guts, she would not dare to use the little junior sister to threaten her master. If she really angered the old man, he might not hesitate to use his trump card like when he killed Luo Changfeng, using one trick to scare the monkeys. She would be miserable. Ye Tiangxin asked, "Senior sister, are you scared?" Zhao Yu denied. "No." Seemingly seeing through Zhao Yu, Ye Tiangxin continued, "No. You're scared, senior sister. Think about it. How has that old guy treated us before? You must stay firm and not soften your heart." Zhao Yu replied, "I understand what you said, but the problem is that even the big brother doesn't dare to do this. If I do, Wouldn't I be looking for death if I anger him? Senior sister, you've been on the mountain for too long, your mind has become dull. Zhao Yue seemed to freeze. Ye Tianxin stepped down, her cold face coupled with her moving facial features gave off a stunning feeling. Who said you have to do it yourself? Senior sister is clearly scared. Ye Tianxin slightly opened her red lips and smiled softly. Look at big brother, second brother, and me. Aren't we still living well? I admit that the old guy has trump cards, but he is very careful and dare not use them casually. Otherwise, how could he forgive us? This also just proves one thing. The trump cards in his hand are limited. Moreover, the old man's age is getting higher and higher, and his qi is also getting drier and drier, and when that time comes, hatred will arise in this old man's heart, and he will use up all his trump cards at will. Staying by his side is the most dangerous thing. Zhao Yu's heart stirred when she heard this. What you said makes sense. Yi Tianxin smiled. So the urgent matter is to use some tricks to get the old man's trump card out. In the worst case, if he knows that this is our doing, we can avoid him. If we can't beat him, can't we waste his cultivation? It has to be said that Ye Tianxin can have her position today, not only based on her cultivation, but also her intelligence and cunning. No wonder even the seventh praised the sixth sister for being smart and clever when she was still on the mountain. Zhao Yue is a senior sister, but the realms of the two are equal. Ye Tianxin also has a heaven-ranked treasure, the multi-passion ring, so in terms of strength, Zhao Yue is not as good as the sixth sister Ye Tianxin. Senior sister, stay in the Moon Reflection Palace for this period of time. If you are determined, my junior sister will do my best to help. Okay, thank you, junior sister. On the third day, the fourth day, Lu Zhujiao was still in seclusion because he wanted to comprehend the humanity of the heavenly book. He's about to scratch his head off, except for the general description on the cover. He couldn't understand anything else in the book, and his mind was like being in a fog. For the past 4 days, Lu Zhao felt that interpreting the heavenly book was 100 times more painful than analyzing ancient poems in his previous life. Using a clear mind to understand the minds of all beings in the 3,000 great chiliocosms, there is no difference, as if they were one unified world. Using the divine power of the heavenly eye and transcendental wisdom, unafraid of affecting purity, one can clearly see all beings in the 10 directions, their deaths and rebirths, their good and evil deeds, and their destinies of fortune or calamity. Reading this, Lu Zhao frowned and said, these words are somewhat similar to the Taoist teachings among the 100 schools of thought on earth. Could this be it? Lu Zhao in his previous life didn't study this aspect much, only knowing a little. Even those who did study it might not fully understand everything. It's all too vague, with some parts sounding like rote learning, half right and half wrong. Some parts sound too cliché, while others talk about things everyone already knows. Is this the extraordinary power of the Book of Heaven? Lu Juju was utterly puzzled. Many things are said too generally, too broadly, and the things that everyone knows make it even harder to understand the purpose. Outside, Zhao Yanhe knocked on the door, reporting, Master, you've been in seclusion for 4 days now. Senior brother 4 requested an audience yesterday, but this disciple didn't dare to disturb you, so I told him to leave. Hearing this, Lu Zhao closed the interface of the Book of Heaven. Time really flies. His reading process was clearly very dry and painful, but unexpectedly, 4 days had passed in the blink of an eye. Lu Zhao opened his mouth and said, Did old 4 say what it was about? No, it seems he's encountering difficulties in the final layer of the Azure Woods Sutra. Lu Zhu slowly stood up, touching his salt and pepper hair. His face had also become rosier than before. Just as he was about to step out of the room, Zhao Yanhe pushed the door open and entered. Zhao Yanhe widened her eyes, her face full of surprise, looking at Lu Zhao. Master, you've become younger again. Lu Zhao remained calm, standing with his hands behind his back. It's just a few years younger, Pshaft. The outward appearance has changed noticeably, but the aura of the old devil inside is still there. Hey, Lu Zhao said casually, you have a silver tongue. This master's seclusion wasn't just to improve my cultivation, but also to mend this old skeleton. These past few days have been hard on you. Hey, this is what this disciple should do. Master's longevity is boundless, and you will definitely break through to the nascent divinity realm, becoming the only Xuan Heaven Realm cultivator in all of Great Yan. Lu Zhuao laughed a few times and said, Has Old 3 sent a letter back these past few days? Senior brother hasn't sent back any letters. He announced the task a few days ago, but we still haven't heard any notifications from the system. With Duanmu Sheng's cultivation, investigating Zhu Jifeng shouldn't be difficult, but it's been several days, and there's still no system notification of task completion. Duanmu Sheng should have sent a letter reporting the situation. Why is he completely silent? How strange. Lu Zhao stroked his beard, slowly walking out of the dark hall. The weather was bright, the sun shining brightly overhead. Xiao Yanhe said with some worry, Master, could senior brother 3 be like senior sister Zhao Yu? Lu Zhao waved his hand, interrupting her. Impossible. He knows that Duanmu Sheng's loyalty is above 70%, not as low as Zhao Yue's. When Zhao Yu betrayed him, the system also announced that Zhao Yu's loyalty had dropped to 0%, but there's been no notification so far, indicating that Duanmu Sheng hasn't betrayed him. Lu Zhao thought to himself, then what could be the reason? Xiao Yanhe said, Master, I also feel that senior brother 3 wouldn't betray us. He's an honest person, not that kind. Lu Zhao said nothing. Ji Ren Ji Mian, Bi U Ji Xin. You can know a person's face but not their heart. Until their loyalty reaches 80%, Lu Zhao won't be at ease. Zhao Yu reached 60% and still betrayed him, didn't she? In this world, people's hearts are unpredictable, so one must be cautious. Just then, Xiao Yanhair pointed to a figure soaring through the sky. It's Senior Brother 4. In the sky, Ming Xinyin hovered in the air, his speed as fast as lightning. If he were in his peak state, he wouldn't find this speed particularly dazzling. But with his current cultivation, his strength is too far from the divine court realm. He had comprehended 7 or 8 parts of the final layer of the Azure Wood Sutra. It has to be said that the talent of these evil disciples is truly enviable. Ming Xinyin landed. As he was descending to the ground, he saw that Lu Zhao's aura had completely changed, and his heart immediately trembled. This guy is master. The change in appearance would only make Ming Xinyin feel surprised, but his master's current aura made him shiver uncontrollably, plus the seed of fear he already had for his master. Ming Xinyin felt a chill run down his spine, hurriedly kneeling down, clasping his hands, and saying, "Welcome, master, out of seclusion. Get up." Lu Zhao said indifferently. Yes, you have comprehended 7 or 8 parts of the final layer of the Azure Wood Sutra. Your cultivation method has wood attributes, with the ability to generate vitality, so you must utilize this advantage and not abandon it. Thank you for the master's guidance. This disciple will keep it in mind. Ming Xiyin's loyalty increased by 2%. On the surface, Ming Xiyin showed nothing, but inside he was constantly trembling. It had been many years since Junior Sister 6 left Golden Court Mountain. Master hadn't given any more guidance to any disciple. Even 9th Junior Sister Zhao Yanhair, whom he doted on the most, was only given cultivation methods, let alone talking to anyone. Unexpectedly, in this situation where he was being shunned by everyone, Master generously gave him guidance. How could Ming Xinyin not be surprised? Man. When this disciple was cultivating the Azure Wood Sutra, flying by the Anyang City area, I heard some news. Speak, Ming Xinyin reported. The Shu family, that is, little Junior Sister's family, seems to have been kidnapped again. Huh. Zhao Yanxier's eyes widened, and she was so angry that her eyebrows were twisted together. Ming Xiyin revealed a sinister expression. This disciple is willing to investigate this matter and must capture the mastermind behind the scenes, eradicating them completely. Hearing this, Zhao Yanhair knelt down with a thump. Master, please let this disciple handle this matter myself this time. After all, they are Zhao Yanhair's family, so it's normal for her to be anxious. But Lu Zhao didn't immediately agree to her handling the matter. Ming Xiyin is more experienced than her, and his cultivation is also higher, so it would be more reliable to let him do it. At this moment, a carrier pigeon flew over. Yanjier, Zhao Yanjier, understanding. Her body was as light as a swallow, soaring up and grabbing the carrier pigeon by the neck. Master, it's a letter from Senior Brother 3. Reading. Master, a few days ago, this disciple went to the Heavenly Sword Sect to investigate the position of the Heavenly Sword Sect Master. It is temporarily vacant. Zhu Jifeng has left the Heavenly Sword Sect. After investigation, it was discovered that Zhu Jifeng has joined the Orthodox Unity Sect, and the sect leader of the Orthodox Unity Sect, Zhang Yuanshan, has accepted him as one of the 4 elders. Zhu Jifeng became the youngest elder of the Orthodox Unity Sect. Realizing that Zhang Yuanshan's cultivation is profound, this disciple did not infiltrate the Orthodox Unity Sect, but instead began to inquire from all sides. Knowing that Zhang Yuanshan has repeatedly publicly insulted Master, he has raised a banner vowing not to coexist with Golden Court Mountain. Reading this, Xiao Yanxie paused, glancing at Lu Zhao. Lu Zhao remained calm about this, and he didn't think much about it. There are many people in this world who hate me, so adding one more doesn't matter. Lu Zhao didn't care much about this. The crisis of being besieged by the 10 great experts has been resolved, and a single Orthodox Unity Sect is nothing to worry about. When this disciple investigated the Orthodox Unity Sect at Bamboo Mountain, I fought the second elder Fang Tutuo for several hundred rounds. This disciple won a great victory, but unfortunately I still couldn't kill this insidious villain, Fang Tutuo. Zhao Yanhair frowned again. This disciple is waiting for a good opportunity and plans to enter the Orthodox Unity Sect at night to scout and assassinate Zhang Yuanshan to resolve the hatred in Master's heart. After reading, Zhao Yanxie clasped her hands and said to Lu Zhao, Master, Fang Tutuo is a divine court realm expert. After all, I guess Senior Brother 3 is injured. Ming Xiyin also said in surprise, Senior Brother 3 is putting himself in danger. Fang Tutuo is a powerhouse of the Orthodox Unity Sect, second only to Zhang Yuanshan, and has already reached the great perfection of the divine court realm, just a little short of stepping into the nascent divinity realm. Back when the 10 great experts besieged Jitiandao, Fang Tutuo led hundreds of cultivators to besiege Jitiandao's disciples, so disciple Duan Musheng has always hated this person. But assassinating Zhang Yuanshan is an act of overestimating one's abilities. Lu Zhao stroked his beard and said, Old 3 looks honest, but he's actually a careful person and has his own ideas. The sect leader Zhang Yuanshan of the Orthodox Unity Sect entered the nascent divinity realm 100 years ago. Your Senior Brother 3 is a divine court realm, but he has a whole realm behind him, a distance as vast as the Milky Way that cannot be crossed. Going to assassinate him is no different from going to your death. Xiao Yanhair asked curiously. Then why did Senior Brother say that? Ming Xiyin said. Zhao Yu betrayed the sect. Third Senior Brother is trying to show his loyalty to Master. Hey, Master, you're so right. Actually, I'm way more loyal than him. Zhao Yanhair tilted her head. Kinda understanding, kinda not. Lu Zhao just sighed internally. What's this kid babbling about? You can tell that old third still sees Lu Zhao as the old Ji Tiandao. If it were the real Ji Tiandao, he'd probably send Duan Musheng on a risky mission to sneak into the Zhengyi Dao late at night. But even if he really told him to go, Duan Musheng would obviously find a way to protect himself first. If it keeps going like this, the rift between the two will only get bigger and bigger. After thinking for a moment, Lu Zhu said, "Old Fourth, your master originally punished you to repair the barrier of Jinting Mountain. The formation that creates the barrier can block experts in the nascent soul realm. But right now Old Third has a mission, so you go help him out a bit. After this is over, you guys stay on the mountain and cultivate diligently. Your master will bestow upon you a heaven-grade supreme treasure. If you still don't repair the barrier of Jinting Mountain, then your eldest and second senior brothers will once again bewitch those righteous sects to come and crusade against this place. At that point, the righteous experts alone will give Luo Chao a headache." Hearing this, both Ming Shiyin and Zhao Yanhair froze on the spot. Then, a gleam flashed in Ming Shiyin's eyes. Ming Shiyin was overjoyed and hastily knelt down and bowed. "Disciple obeys. Loyalty +5. To waste his cultivation for a heaven-grade treasure. Don't even mention staying on the mountain for 3 years. Even 5 or 10 years wouldn't bother him. Many cultivators can't obtain a heaven-grade treasure, even at the end of their lives. Eldest senior brother Yu Zhenghai possesses the jade green saber, and once used this saber to chop off the heads of tens of thousands of cultivators, shaking the world with his name. Cultivators of the same rank without heaven-grade treasures can only let him slaughter them. Some people even say that a cultivator with a heaven-grade treasure fighting a cultivator without one is like a grandpa teaching his grandson a lesson. That's how big the difference is. For so many years, Master has been hiding his heaven-grade treasures, but unexpectedly, at such a crucial time, he's willing to take one out and bestow it upon them. How could he not be excited? His loyalty immediately increased by 5%. "Master, about little junior sister's clan, this matter is not simple. Your master will discuss it with Xiao Yanhair before making a decision. Disciple understands." Disciple will go support third senior brother right away. "After completing the mission, I will immediately return to Jinting Mountain to repair the barrier. Go." Ming Shiyin turned and left. System, mission issued. Support third disciple Duan Musheng. Executor, Ming Shiyin. Zhao Yanhair felt strange. "Master, it's just a Zhu Jifeng. Why do you seem to value him so much? This person assassinated your master before. The reason your master spared his life was because he wanted him to see the true colors of the Heavenly Sword sect. If he can grow and deal with the Heavenly Sword sect, then it's a great help to us. Even if he doesn't join Jinting Mountain, he has already completely turned against the Heavenly Sword sect. Your master only wants to confirm if he's still alive." Xiao Yanhair said with a smile. "Master, in the past you would just end everything with a single sword strike, but now you've become more strategic, haven't you?" Xiao Yanhair stuck out her tongue, not daring to continue. Lu Zhao laughed a few times. "This little rascal, your master doesn't blame you. He was doing this to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. One was to discipline the evil disciples and win their loyalty, and 2, to preserve the strength of Jinting Mountain. Although the evil disciples are wicked, without them the strength of Jinting Mountain would be greatly reduced. Not giving them weapons is like raising a tiger without fangs. As for dealing with the 10 great sects, it's still too early, master. Then I'll handle the Shu family's matter," Lu Zhu said calmly. "This matter isn't as simple as you think. The reason I'm not letting your 4th senior brother go is because I'm afraid he'll handle it too rigidly. Just look at how he handled the last one." Ming Shiyin's method of solving problems is almost exactly like Jie Tiandao's, directly slashing the bandits and rescuing the people, but the investigation into the mastermind behind the scenes was very sloppy. Xiao Yanhair knelt down and said, "Master, Yanhair begs you to find a solution. After all, on Jinting Mountain, apart from Yanhair, he has no one else he can use. Since that's the case, your master will personally make a trip to Anyang City." Xiao Yanhair was terrified. "Huh? Master, you want to take action yourself?" Master has been on Jinting Mountain for a very, very long time, and has never left. Although everyone doesn't say it clearly, they can vaguely guess that the reason is because of his old and frail body. Unexpectedly, he's willing to personally go out for the sake of the Zhu family. Zhao Yanhair's loyalty immediately increased by 5%. "This matter cannot be revealed to the outside world. Also, remember to leave a letter informing your senior brothers, and you must keep this matter a secret. If there's anything that needs to be ordered, your master will personally send a letter back to transmit the order. Disciple obeys." Lu Zhao doing this not only allows him to command his disciples from afar, but also protects his own safety, his current appearance. If he tidies himself up a bit, no one will recognize him, and no one would believe that he is the old devil in Jinting Mountain. Moreover, he has Zhao Yanhair with him, which is safer than being on Jinting Mountain. Bai Ze, Xiao Yanhair suddenly blinked her eyes and looked. In the sky, a light suddenly appeared, bringing good fortune. A luxurious mount appeared in mid-air, and slowly descended. Xiao Yanhair exclaimed, "Master changed his mount," Lu Zhao said indifferently. "Get on." Disciple doesn't dare to ride Master's mount." "It's okay, you sit in the front. We'll be in Anyang City in less than an hour," Lu Zhao said calmly. The speed of a divine court realm expert traveling through the air is not slow, but when compared to riding a mount, the difference is like heaven and earth. What's more, cultivators burn through their primal chi when flying. If you want to go faster than your ride, the only way is to bust out some serious long-range teleportation magic, but that eats up even more chi than usual. Xiao Yanhair hopped onto Bai Ze's back, looking kinda worried. From its soft white fur to the 2 horns that shimmered with a sparkly light, everything about Bai Ze secretly amazed Xiao Yanhair. Mounts, you see, come in different tiers: common, Good, fine, superior, epic, and legendary. Forget about controlling a legendary mount like Baizen, most cultivators would be lucky to capture and tame even a common mount. As for legendary mounts, there's a saying in the cultivation world, if you weren't born with it, you'll never get it. Of course, this is just a way of teasing people to emphasize how rare legendary mounts are. Hold on tight, Lu Zhao raised his right hand to support Xiao Yan'er. Bai Zi let out a loud cry, echoing throughout the entire Golden Court mountain, scattering other birds and beasts in all directions. Bai Ze glided through the clouds, flying towards Anyang City. Lu Zhao suddenly winced. Damn. Bai Zi's flying so fast I almost fell off. Lu Zhao had no choice but to hold on to Xiao Yan'er tightly. An hour later, they arrived at a forest. On the outskirts of Anyang City, Lu Juju controlled Bai Zhen to descend slowly. Xiao Yan'er was deeply moved, still unable to calm down even after landing. Lu Zhao looked towards Anyang City and leaped off Bai Ze's back. We've arrived in Anyang. His body could now move naturally. Seeing Xiao Yan'er still in a daze, Lu Zhao called out, Yan'er! Xiao Yan'er snapped back to attention. Master, master. She also jumped down. This disciple didn't mean to. It's just that this Baizen is too beautiful. Beautiful. Sure enough, women see things differently. Yes, I've never seen such a beautiful mount before. We're in Anyang now. To avoid attracting attention, I'll take back the mount. Besides, your attire and aura are also quite distinctive, so change them a bit. Although Xiao Yan'er's fame in the cultivation world is far less than her senior brothers and sisters, she's still considered a somewhat known figure. If they want to investigate the Shu family's affairs, they must, of course, conceal their whereabouts. Disciple understands. Xiao Yan'er followed her master's example, concealing her aura. The two of them walked to a farmer's house in the village and exchanged their clothes for ordinary ones. The wife took the gold ingot, and the couple happily waved goodbye. Bye-bye. Come visit often. After disguising themselves, the two looked exactly like a farming grandpa and granddaughter. Xiao Yan'er covered her mouth and giggled. Master, you look just like an old farmer now. It's fine. Lu Zhu waved his hand. From now on, we'll address each other as grandpa and granddaughter. Disciple understands. Seeing that she still addressed him as disciple, Lu Zhao grunted. Xiao Yan'er immediately changed her address. Ah, grandpa. Suddenly changing her tone to call him grandpa. Xiao Yan'er felt awkward all over. But soon her mischievousness erupted. She quickly adapted, and every other word out of her mouth was grandpa. At first, Lu Zhu was speechless. After all, in his previous life he was only a young man of 27 or 28. Being called grandpa made him feel a little embarrassed, but once he got used to it, he gradually didn't feel awkward anymore. Luckily he had a system that could help him reverse his life. Otherwise he would rather not have transmigrated. Entering Anyang City, Lu Zhao and Xiao Yan'er looked around the streets. It was very lively, with circus troupes, storytellers, and vendor stalls, selling just about everything. Lu Zhao sighed. I didn't expect Anyang City to be so developed. Hey, grandpa, it's so much fun. Xiao Yan'er bounced from stall to stall, casually grabbing a candied hawthorn skewer. The candied hawthorn vendor jumped up. Hey, little girl, why are you snatching my candied hawthorns? Xiao Yan'er bared her fangs and threatened. Scram! It's your good fortune that this young lady is eating your stuff. If you say another word, I'll tear your mouth apart. The vendor was scared witless, not daring to say anything more. He had never seen such a fierce little girl. Yan'er! Ah, grandpa! Xiao Yan'er immediately became a well-behaved, obedient granddaughter. Lu Zhao ordered. Pay up, Xiao Yan'er mumbled as if wronged. Grandpa's so fierce I listened to you and didn't hit him. Then she turned back and snarled at the vendor. Believe I'll beat you to death or not? Lu Zhao shook his head. These wicked brats are probably used to snatching things, not understanding even the most basic principles of conduct. It's good that she came down the mountain. These problems will gradually surface, and I can slowly teach her. If everyone was like you, only knowing how to snatch, who would make candied hawthorns? Yes, easily fooled. Xiao Yan'er received 100 merit points. Xiao Yan'er had no choice but to pay, taking out a pile of gold ingots to do so. The two continued on. The front was extremely lively. A group of young people were gathered watching something. Lu Zhao pointed to the crowd. Let's go take a look. Xiao Yan'er loved crowds the most. I'm going? She skipped ahead, but the crowd was too dense. Under normal circumstances, how could Xiao Yan'er squeeze in? Xiao Yan'er huffed, stomping her little foot hard. Crack! A hole appeared in the ground beneath her feet. Get out of the way. The men on either side, seeing Xiao Yan'er's appearance, were frightened and took a step back. A body refinement realm expert, at least body refinement 5th level, creating a pit with a light stomp? Heavens! Even a little girl is so powerful. The crowd automatically parted, making way for her. Seeing this, Lu Zhao could only shake his head. This temperament is even more volatile than when she was on the mountain. No wonder these wicked disciples always want to leave Golden Court Mountain. Going out to carry out missions is much freer and easier. The crowd dispersed, revealing a table set up on the street, with 3 people sitting behind it, wearing broadswords at their waists. The bearded man sitting in the middle looked at Xiao Yan'er and nodded in praise. Not bad, little girl. You also want to join our sect, the young man said. You have a good foundation? That kick just now was the skill of body refinement? 5th level. Sign up. From today on, you are a member of the Azure Dragon Society's Anyang City branch, Xiao Yan'er asked. What? Xiao Yan'er was confused. When did this young lady say she wanted to join that stinky Azure Dragon Society of yours, HMPH? Little brat, you've got some nerve. You dare insult the Azure Dragon Society. Xiao Yanhair swaggered over and kicked the table. Crack! The table collapsed. What's this Azure Dragon Society? What are you doing here? Speak quickly, my grandpa is waiting. Where did this wild girl come from, smashing my stall? You don't even know the Azure Dragon Society. As the man was about to make a move, Lu Zhao stepped forward and said, "Stop." The voice wasn't particularly strong, but it was mixed with a bit of vital energy, so it could be clearly transmitted into the other party's ears. The young man looked at Lu Zhu curiously. "Interesting, old man. Are you body refinement 7th or 8th level?" Lu Zhuao didn't bother answering him. He just said, "Yan Shi, the Azure Dragon Society in Anyang City, can help us investigate the Shu family's affairs." Xiao Yanhair's eyes lit up. "I understand, Grandpa." She turned her head, the smile on her face turning ferocious, and she shouted, "All of you, come at me together!" Heh, this little girl, I'm afraid she doesn't know that the backer behind the Azure Dragon Society is the Netherworld sect. What, the Netherworld sect? Xiao Yanhair was stunned. The two guys grinned smugly. Scared now? Isn't the sect leader of the Underworld sect your senior brother? Disciples and grand-disciples want to take the old ancestor as their student. Seriously? Xiao Yanhair was anxiously worried, constantly glancing at her master, afraid the old man would get angry because of this. Lu Zhao frowned, his gaze landing on the man. "You're saying the backer behind the Azure Dragon Society is the Underworld sect?" "That's right, old geezer. I see you're not bad. Join our Azure Dragon Society as a cook. You'll eat and drink well, and the Azure Dragon Society will protect you." The Underworld sect is the largest sect in the cultivation world today, with tens of thousands of members. Even the righteous sects under the heavens turn pale at the mention of its name. They're always being hunted and killed by people from the righteous path. But I never expected these rats running in the streets to be unafraid, recruiting soldiers in broad daylight. The man flashed a sly grin. "Old geezer. Is this your granddaughter? Trisk, chisk, chisk. This little girl has more potential than you, and she's quite pretty too. I can report to the Hall Master so both you, Grandpa, and granddaughter can join the Azure Dragon Society." Little Yanner thought to herself. Maester isn't saying anything. He must be angry. Little Yanner's eyes suddenly flashed. Maester said we can't kill people casually, but he didn't say we can't beat them. Xiao Yanhair zoomed. She raised her leg and kicked the smiling man in the neck, sending his whole body flying like a ball. Then, she ruthlessly stomped down and rushed over. She punched him right in the face, causing him to spit out a mouthful of fresh blood while looking up at the sky. The man was beaten so badly that he couldn't stand straight and could only kneel down, his face distorted. He was barely breathing. After just one or two kicks, Zhao Yancher put her foot on his chin and said grumpily, "How dare you call my grandpa an old geezer?" The surrounding people were first stunned, and then so frightened that they all shrunk back. "Is there any law? Any rules?" Too bad. If she understood what the law was, she wouldn't be Zhao Yanher. Perhaps the crowd had seen this kind of scene many times, so not many ran away. Some even hid in corners to watch the drama. The remaining members of the Azure Dragon Society angrily shouted, "You dare hit people!" A faint ki aura suddenly appeared around Xiao Yancher. "This young lady doesn't just dare to hit people. I dare to kill people." The two members of the Azure Dragon Society widened their eyes. A Tongshuan realm expert. The body-tempering realm only has a strong physique, while the Tongshuan realm has opened the 5 senses and can cultivate primordial Q to form a Q aura. Only reaching the Tongshuan realm is considered a true entry-level cultivator. Thump! The two immediately knelt down. "Granny, spare us! Granny, spare us!" Xiao Yan'er shook her head and said, "HMPH, I don't care who you are." Just as her small fist was raised, Lu Zhao walked over and said, "Yan'er, well done." Encouraged by her master, Xiao Yan'er smiled happily. She said, "Hee, they were calling people old geezers, so I couldn't help but teach them a lesson." Lu Zhao glanced at the two kneeling on the ground, his eyes sweeping around. To be honest, he didn't care about these two guys' lives, but doing this was a bit exaggerated, too. Lu Zhao asked, "Where is the headquarters of the Azure Dragon Society branch?" The two trembled like puppies and stammered, "It's in the north, 3 miles away from Anyang Valley. I, this old man, just arrived in Anyang, and am not familiar with the place. You go back and tell your hallmaster that I will meet him in person tomorrow." "Yes, yes, yes," Xiao Yan'er shouted. "Scram!" The two got up, helped their injured companion, and ran away in a hurry. Xiao Yan'er whispered, "Master is still the most thoughtful," asking clearly about their lair. "Tomorrow, we'll go and uproot them." Lu Zhao chuckled and flicked her forehead. "Nonsense. I just want to use them to investigate the Zhu family's matter." Xiao Yan'er grinned. "Master is right. Yan Krier, you've been away from home for many years. Do you remember where your home is?" "I only remember that there were 2 stone lions outside the gate. My father loved to practice with his saber and sword, and what my mother loved most was embroidery. My mother loved me the most. Old Ji Tiandao really hates taking in disciples. Some are forcefully taken, others willingly offer themselves." Lu Zhao only remembered that when Zhao Yan'er was brought to Golden Court Mountain, she was still young, and didn't know why her parents sent their daughter up the mountain to become a disciple. Sending a child into a wolf's den, what parents in the world would be willing? The Shu family isn't hard to find. It's a large family, and the surname Shu is quite rare. Besides, Anyang City isn't big. Just ask around a little, and you'll find its location. When the two arrived in front of the Shu manor, Xiao Yan'er was as excited as a little rabbit, constantly jumping around. She even grabbed the heads of the 2 stone lions and repeatedly lifted them up. Master, it's really these two lions. I remember them very clearly. Lu Jiao was speechless. Quick, put them down, you little rascal. Don't be so naughty after returning home. Mission triggered. Investigate the Shu family's kidnapping incident. Executor. Lu Zhu. Creek. The gates slowly opened, and the two walked inside. A middle-aged man in butler's attire saw the two standing outside the door, his expression very doubtful. Who are you two looking for? Xiao Yan'er curiously looked inside and then shouted loudly, Where are my parents? The butler frowned upon hearing this and said, Where did this little girl come from? There are no parents of yours here. Xiao Yan'er glared with wide eyes. Her fierce attitude revealed. Lu Jiao didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but he felt that handling it this way seemed quite appropriate. Being too polite sometimes affects work efficiency. Xiao Yan'er slapped him, sending him staggering and spinning before collapsing. Want a beating? Get out of the way. Don't block my grandpa's path. Xiao Yan'er was like a thoughtful little granddaughter, extremely considerate and understanding. As she helped Lu Jiao enter the Shu manor, the Shu manor was deserted, without a single servant or maid. The surroundings looked desolate, and even the furniture, like tables and chairs, had been cleared away, Lu Zhu said calmly. It seems your fourth senior brother's information is accurate. Xiao Yan'er panted and pointed at the butler. You, come here, where are my parents? Her question left the butler staring blankly. An 18-year-old girl changes every day. Xiao Yan'er was no longer the 10-year-old girl from before. Her appearance had changed a lot. How could the butler recognize her immediately? Lu Jiao said. What's your name? The butler covered his cheek with one hand and stammered. I am the Shu family's butler, Wang Fugi, Lu Jiao asked. Where is the Shu family's steward, Shu An? They were all taken away. Lu Jiao pointed to Xiao Yan'er. This girl is Shu Yan'er, a member of the Shu family. The butler's eyes widened, and he jumped back. Wang Fugi swallowed hard, looked at Xiao Yan'er inquisitively for a moment. It was only then that he snapped to his senses, a wave of realization hitting him. He knelt on the ground, kowtowing while crying, and blurted out, Young miss, you're finally back. I'm Wang Fugi. Xiao Yan'er scratched her head. Wang Fugi, Lu Jiao spoke up. Let's head inside and talk. The main hall of the Xingya mansion. From Wang Fugi's account, the two of them learned that everyone from the Xin family had been tied up and taken away by a gang called the Linhu gang. Nobody knew what kind of background this gang had, who was pulling their strings, or even a single trace of where they'd gone. The Xinxia family had been targeted twice in a row, so no one dared to work for them anymore. The few remaining servants had stolen the Xinxia family's valuables and skedaddled. Now only Wang Fugi was left. Lu Jiao asked, Why didn't you report it to the authorities? I did, but the authorities couldn't find anything. Everyone from the Xian clan, the servants, and the maids were taken. This humble one just happened to be in the outhouse, so I luckily escaped, Xiao Yan'er asked. Then why didn't you run away? A fly kept buzzing around. Kind of annoying, Xiao Yan'er, Wang Fugi replied. The Xin family treated me well. I, Wang Fugi, was born a Xin family man, and I'll die a Xin family ghost. Lu Jiao smiled and said, You truly are loyal, good thing. Yan'er didn't get too rough with you. Wang Fugi's face tingled, and he stammered awkwardly. It's only natural for the young miss to discipline me. Just then, she swatted that fly, scaring the daylights out of Wang Fugi. You must keep Yan'er's return a secret. I'll investigate the Xin family's abduction myself. Yes, sir. Although Lu Jiao had become much younger, he still looked like a frail old man with one foot in the grave. Aside from a hint of seasoned aura, he gave off the impression that a single slap could knock him over. Wang Fugi only knew that the old master had taken the young miss away, but he didn't know where or for what purpose, much less that Xiao Yan'er's master was an old demonic cultivator. You may leave. How would Wang Fugi dare to question Lu Jiao? Even though Lu Jiao was just an old man, he could glean a little something from Xiao Yan'er's respectful attitude. He repeatedly agreed, and then excused himself. Yan'er. Disciple is here. Tomorrow morning, go to the Qinglonghui and tell them to investigate the Linhu gang. Disciple obeys. Side quest activated. Utilize the power of the Qinglonghui to investigate the Linhu gang. Executor. Xiao Yan'er. Remember not to reveal your identity. Disciple understands. As soon as the mission was assigned, Lu Jiao heard a system notification in his ear. Ding. Completed mission. Reinforced Duanmu Sheng. Reward. 200 merit points. Ding. New mission. Repair the barrier. Executor. Ming Shiyin. Ming Shiyin must have finished providing reinforcements and gone to restore the barrier, he thought. Seeing the system's mission interface change, Lu Zhu frowned. When he left Jinting Mountain, he had assigned a mission for his two disciples to repair the barrier together upon their return. But now the mission column only showed Ming Shiyin alone. The only possibility was that Old Third had been injured. Meanwhile, on Jinting Mountain, Ming Shiyin and the injured Duanmu Sheng, who was lying on the bed, both gaped as they read the letter left by Xiao Yan'er. Master actually went down the mountain. What on earth is the old man thinking? Cough, cough. Duanmu Sheng coughed dryly a few times. Maybe he was too bored on the mountain, so he went out to relieve some stress, and he didn't want others to know his identity. Ming Shiyin sighed. You have a point, senior brother. Lately, Master has been completely unpredictable, not playing by any conventional rules. I can't figure out what he's thinking at all. Before, Master had absolute strength, so he disdained using his brain. All schemes were just pointless struggles in the face of absolute power. Maybe that's it. So repairing the barrier will have to trouble you alone, junior brother. It's gonna be tough. My injuries won't fully heal for at least 2 or 3 months. Ming Xinyin threw a towel at Duan Wusheng's face. In your dreams, senior brother, Ming Xinyin said angrily. Enough with the act. Don't push your luck. You and I both grew up under the whip. We've suffered far worse injuries than this. Duan Wusheng chuckled embarrassedly. Junior brother, you truly are exceptionally perceptive. Ming Xinyin crossed his arms and declared loudly. 10 days. If you're not up and working in 10 days, I'm not doing it anymore. When master returns, we'll see what kind of sweet fruit you'll get then. Duan Wusheng immediately countered. 10 days is too long, 7 days is enough. Junior brother, you can leave now, I need to heal. 2 single men in one room, it's rather inconvenient, HMPH, yeah right. Ming Xinyin scoffed, then turned and left. Nighttime on Jinting Mountain. The bright moon hung high as Ming Xinyin looked up at the night sky, murmuring to himself, Oh master, what on earth are you thinking? A message. Ming Xinyin, with sharp eyes and swift hands, shot up like a bolt of lightning, snagging the messenger bird and plucking the letter from it. After reading the letter, Ming Xinyin frowned in astonishment. How did master know third senior brother was injured? He hastily looked around, tapped his toes lightly, and his astral ki surged, extending his perception for several hundred meters. Apart from a few startled resting birds and forest animals that scattered, there were no other living creatures. Ming Xinyin grew increasingly anxious and uneasy. He felt as if his old master was somewhere nearby, staring right at him. Regardless of whether he was watching or not, Ming Xinyin directly knelt, clasped his hands, and kowtowed. Master, looking down from above, your disciple holds no disrespect towards you. Please rest assured, master, disciple will definitely strive to repair the barrier and look after Jinting Mountain carefully. The surroundings were pitch black and silent. Ming Xinyin stood up and sighed deeply. Don't panic. Just follow master's new routine, and there won't be any problems. System notification to Lu Zhao. Instructed Ming Xinyin, gained 100 merit points. Ming Xiyin's loyalty increased by 2%. Lu Zhao was sitting cross-legged in his room, reading the human scroll of the celestial book. He was no longer surprised by the system's sudden notifications. Regardless of the reason for the changes in his disciples, it was ultimately a good thing. Use wisdom and intelligence to understand the future thoroughly, knowing that the future is unpredictable, even in the smallest details. Use wisdom and intelligence to listen in every territory, with every sound. Whether to listen or not is your freedom. Use wisdom and intelligence to preach effectively, without needing any techniques. Your words are like rain, seeping into people's hearts, a miraculous sound that allows people to achieve purity and transcendence. Reading to this point, Lu Zhu closed the celestial book. The content of the human scroll was only this much. The rest was still chicken scratch that he couldn't decipher. I remember the first time I looked at the human scroll, only the cover was readable. But now I can read 2 pages. Could this be related to my lifespan and cultivation level? Cultivating the celestial book is supposed to enhance my cultivation, but now it seems I need to increase my cultivation to read it. This is putting the cart before the horse. Are you deliberately making things difficult for me? Lu Zhu sensed the primordial qi throughout his body. Since entering the nascent breath stage, thanks to his avatar, he had absorbed a lot of primordial qi, but these were nothing compared to a divine court realm expert. Just like ants, the long night stretched on, and apart from reading the celestial book, he had nothing else to do. The words, lucky draw, suddenly appeared in Lu Zhao's mind. He immediately shook his head. That game is a scam. I'll wait until I have more merit points. The next morning, at the Azure Dragon Sex branch leader Liu Zhengfeng asked with his hands behind his back, You're saying the people who injured you were a little girl of about 15 or 16, and an old man of 70 or 80? The 2 men knelt in the main hall, their faces pleading, not daring to speak. Liu Zhengfeng paced back and forth for a moment, then said, One is in the early stage of the profound connection realm, and the other is a cultivator whose body is decaying at the 7th or 8th level. Yet they dared to provoke our Azure Dragon sect? The 2 men reported obsequiously. This subordinate is not sure. This subordinate was recruiting disciples in Anyang City when that wild girl suddenly appeared and kicked Steward Jiang, seriously injuring him. Moreover, that wild girl's grandpa said, Liu Zhengfeng asked sternly. Said what? Said he would personally come to pay a visit. Liu Zhengfeng snorted softly, expressing doubt and disdain. What made him doubtful was that a small, profound connection cultivator dared to challenge him at his doorstep. What he disdained was that the dignified Azure Dragon sect had been reduced to the point where such a small matter had to be handled by him. But if he ignored it, how could the Azure Dragon sect recruit new disciples? Face had to be recovered. Today, you will take 2 brothers and bring back the person who injured Steward Jiang. Yes? The 2 men on the ground slowly stood up. A subordinate suddenly rushed in and clasped his hands, saying, Branch leader, there's a woman outside requesting an audience. Don't see her. Report to her. Tell her that her patience is limited. While she's still following the teachings of her grandpa, then you'd better listen obediently. After saying this, the subordinate secretly raised his head to peek at the branch leader. Listen obediently. This sounded like an elder talking to a junior. Bang bang. A bunch of subordinates went flying from outside, with cries of agony ringing out non-stop. Liu Zhengfeng was in a bad mood, but seeing the situation before him, he was suddenly stunned. What happened? Go out and see. Hurry. Liu Zhengfeng led his brothers out of the main hall. In the courtyard, that little brat Zhao Yaner was dragging a subordinate of the Azure Dragon sect. The remaining subordinates discussed in an uproar. This person is really strong. Her cultivation is at least at the ocean crossing realm. What should we do? Grandma. It's Xiao Yancher. She stood waving her hand and shouted, I said, my patience is limited. I was being nice, not beating you all up, and you still dare to make me wait outside. The branch leader is here. Make way. Branch leader, Liu Zhengfeng, looked up at Zhao Yanher standing on the roof of the building, his eyebrows furrowing tightly. Branch leader, it's her. She's the one who injured Steward Zhang. Liu Zhengfeng spoke out. So she is a master. Xiao Yanher's eyes turned towards Liu Zhengfeng. She said, you are the leader of this useless Azure Dragon sect? The subordinates were shocked. Ugh, leader, Liu Zhengfeng said angrily. This young lady should know that there is always someone stronger, and always a sky beyond the skies. Don't think that just because you are in the ocean crossing realm, no one can do anything to you. Xiao Yanher had been on Golden Court Mountain since she was little, and didn't know how to interact with people. She completely didn't understand things like, there is always someone stronger, there is always a sky beyond the sky, or how to behave with humility and grace. She only knew that she had to hurry up and complete the task that Master had given her. Xiao Yan'er frowned and said, what nonsense are you talking about? I'm asking you. Are you the leader of this bunch of small fries? I am the branch leader Liu Zhengfeng of the Azure Dragon Sect's Anyang branch. Do your words carry any weight? Of course they do. That's great. I have something I want to discuss with you. Inside the courtyard, the small fries all looked up at Xiao Yan'er. Liu Zhengfeng was angry again. He had originally intended to consider what abilities the other party had that would dare to offend the Azure Dragon sect, but talking to her for so long was like water off a duck's back. He waved his hand. Enough. Capture her. Archers fired arrows towards Yan'er. The arrows flew swiftly towards Xiao Yan'er. The girl still calmly said, this leader is really disobedient. With a light tap of her toes, a circular wave of stellar energy appeared under her feet, gradually spreading out from the building, instantly collapsing everything below into fine powder. The stellar energy created a whirlwind, ripples spreading in all directions. Liu Zhengfeng's eyes widened. Ocean crossing realm that has opened the 8 meridians. The ocean crossing realm is divided into 8 meridians. Only after opening the 2 governor and conception vessels can one be considered to have entered the ocean crossing realm. Reaching the peak of the ocean crossing realm requires opening all 6 remaining meridians. After opening the 8 meridians, one can use the primordial chi existing in the meridians to launch attacks. An